Welcome to Dicefunctional, where a bunch of friends sit around, play some Dungeons and Dragons, and we share the story with you, our wonderful audience. Thank you everyone so much for being here. We appreciate your presence, and a special warm welcome to those of you who might be tuning in for the first time. Greetings and salutations to you. We hope you enjoy your first taste of this currently unnamed group of people doing totally not illegal things. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But hey, if you enjoy this kind of thing and you want to watch more in the future, a whole bunch of ways to connect with us, these awesome players. The first way to do so is to head on over to twitch.tv/dicefunctional, where you can follow us over there and you can watch us play this very game live, as you might be doing so now, every Saturday at around 4 p.m. Eastern time. We're also live a few other times during the week playing a various amount of other games, so you can check us all out there, and you can chat with us live as we play the game. If you don't like watching things live, that is okay, and if you want to catch up on previous things, we got a great way for you to continue to check us out. Go on over to YouTube, search Dicefunctional, and subscribe to our YouTube channel over there, where you can not only catch up on all of these episodes of this second campaign that we are currently running, you can watch our entire first campaign, a bunch of other one-shots, some other tabletop RPG content, as well as gaming and art content that we have over there. There's a lot of cool stuff for you to check out. You can also spread the word and let people know about that channel, because it'd be cool to get to at least 100 subscribers on there, so that way we can have a custom URL. It'd be pretty awesome. If you don't like watching things, prefer to listen to things, or if you're in a place where, you know what, it's easier to listen to something, so that way, you know, you don't run into the car in front of you, tell you what, go on over to your favorite podcasting platform, search Dicefunctional, where we have an entire podcast feed where you can listen to this episode, the episode before this, all the other episodes before this, and the episodes in the future. That's how science works. Confirmed fact. Don't worry about it. Connor, don't worry about it. You can also head on over to Twitter at Dicefunctional with an _ where you can follow us on socials. You can check out everything you need to know. You can see when we're going live, etc. Easy. Making it easy for you today. As well, we will also have all the links in the description, because we're going to make sure that we do that, because I also keep forgetting to mention that we probably have all of that stuff in there as well. So you can just do the clicking thing and go on over to wherever you need to go. But if you're sitting here wondering why this person's talking, tell you what, no more. We're going to put it on over to Connor, so that way we can play some Dungeons and Dragons and you can enjoy the adventure with us. Connor, take it away!
So, where we last left our cadre of criminals, you all had just started preparing to get going over towards the town of Saillant, where it appears that a few criminals have abducted a farmer and his wife and made off with them. Apparently, they had been given...
Why did they make out with them?
Make off.
Make out?
Make out?
I literally said that. At least they didn't make out with them.
Okay.
Look, three of us share a brain cell sometimes.
Okay.
Someone was gonna say that.
You people.
Welcome.
Apparently, they have been given some kind of a tip from a criminal organization, or someone in a criminal organization, that...
Don't worry about it, just keep going.
I said the word tip, and now
just
people
keep
are
going.
thinking of penises.
Just... Everything's fine. We're professionals. We're professionals.
First they're making out, and now they got a what? And a... Huh?
We are not
We are the ones that got the tip.
Got it.
Just the tip, though?
Just a tip.
I can't do this. I can't. We just reschedule.
No.
Like tomorrow.
No.
We didn't get the full thing yet. We're warming up to it.
It takes some, you know, you gotta
Anyways.
You gotta chase it down.
They were apparently given information by a criminal organization or someone who was part of a criminal organization known as the Family. They were told that a group of adventurers were going to be rolling in to this area, and that apparently they had a very odd-looking cart. You're not sure why this information was put over to them, and you're not sure why you somehow attracted their attention. But apparently you did. But as you guys were getting ready to get going over towards Saillant, you guys realized you had a few more things you needed to pick up. Some potions, some soda, some bullets, as well as some ingredients, which led a few of you, namely Fizzy, Kaz, Tana, and Asher, to make a trip over towards La Mer Academy, where two of you made a lasting impression. You met some individuals who were employed there, one professor and the headmaster in one of your cases, and you guys made a pretty great impression. One of you had effectively commissioned you for any artwork you could provide, or diagrams of beasts and other monstrosities, while the other one had effectively become a bit of a research subject for the headmaster. Which leads me to the other two, who broke into the alchemy lab, broke into the most secured lockboxes that they had present there, and stole many valuable ingredients. You guys managed to avoid getting caught, thankfully. And where we had left off, you guys were leaving the school. But another group of folks, namely Granny, Darius, and Rot, were doing a little bit of work on their own. Potion making, bullet making, and research involving a certain grimoire. And in the process of this, you guys decided to try and find out what happens if a non-magical individual tries to supply blood to the book. To which you were then greeted with the text appearing on the book, "What is it you hope to find here?" And that's where we had left off. So, Rot, Granny, Darius, what would you like to do?
I guess. Granny will answer the question, I guess. And she'll just go, I don't know. How to do good, I guess. Put some good out into the world.
The text will disappear, and in a cursive font in black ink, not the rusty colored ink that was there before when Rot and Asher had tried this, the book responds, "I can't assist in the matters of morality."
So I could ask this book a question? Maybe?
Should we ask? Maybe ask a straightforward question.
To be honest, I've never had to ask it anything. It just sort of just tells me things.
Does it tell you things only for you?
How do you mean?
Like, if you cut your book and wanted something for someone else, does it work for you to get something for someone else?
This is going to make it sound quite selfish. I have no idea. I've never tried. Only me. So, This text is new, though. That's not what it looked like before.
How hurt are you right now?
Me?
You took 6 points of health off.
I'm a little shy of bloody.
Could you give it a tiny bit more and ask a direct question? Something with a definite answer.
What should I ask it?
I don't know if we should bleed Granny out like this.
Do you want me to bleed?
You... do you think you'll do the same thing?
As her? No.
We want to learn more about what it's doing now, because what it's going to do for you is the same thing it's done for me, and I've learned about
I'll
that.
be
Plus-
okay.
So then we have to ask her to bleed. She's the only one we've got.
But that raises the moral question of, do we want this... apologies, elderly woman to bleed on my book until she's dead?
She's not that old.
Comparatively. life cycle-wise. Only bleed on the book again if you want to. Don't let us convince you to do it.
I will give you candy if you do it.
You don't have to bribe me.
I've been works with my other patients.
I'm willing to bleed on it one more time. This is interesting. I'm not sure what to.
By the way, just to quickly check, are you guys getting an echo from my side on Becca? No?
I
Okay.
heard a little bit of one, but like
Okay.
nothing
I can adjust
more.
that. No, I don't like it. I'm adjusting it.
I don't know. I could ask it about some planes, I guess.
Not an answer.
Well, first she's gonna try and is the book like not responding to her anymore?
It's not responding to you right now.
Okay. Well, before I bleed on it, she's gonna ask, what can you tell me about the planes of good? See
There
if
are
it-
3 of them. There are 3 of them and numerous demi-planes according to various deities who decided to create them before the schism occurred.
Was this you talking or the book?
The book.
Okay.
3 primary and then many minor. Demi-planes, rifts, pocket dimensions. Yes.
And I'm gonna do the thing as this is happening now because Deus is alarmed at this. I'm going to cast with Rushed Incant because I don't want it to spend the time. Discern True Name Object on the book.
Okay. Let me check the spell card. Where's the spell card?
Give me a second.
Okay.
It's done up weird, so I gotta fix it still, but
It's in Uggo mode.
it's in Huggo mode because I copy and pasted it.
Just gotta fix the paragraphing.
Okay.
Yeah, because when
Line
you copy
breaks.
and paste things, it does.
And you can't learn the true name of an artifact.
Well, that's not why I'm doing it. I can tell if it fails, which means I know it's sentient if it fails.
You know for a fact this is sentient now.
As that fizzles out, she goes.
There is a sentience to this book.
As the spell fizzles out and she feels it fizzle, she goes, "That book's alive."
You can't see it, but you have the distinct feeling that under Rod's mask, they're going,
Because I tried to do something that always works on an object that's not alive. Things that are alive can resist this. My spell didn't take. It resisted me.
are you still talking to it? Will it still respond to you? Can you ask its name?
It-
Maybe.
what should I call you?
It does not respond.
I think it's
One question at a time.
maybe.
I can't ask it things. Well, maybe I'm reading photos. Rod has just retreated inside the mind of like, how can I figure this out? How can I?
You said it didn't turn this color when you bled on it, right?
No, it was more sort of a rusty sort of red color.
Right.
Certainly not cursive.
Well, you know, as they say, trying to think of a city that's not Rome.
You know what? When in fantasy Rome.
Tana, how do I pronounce the name of the city I'm from? I've never heard you say it out loud.
You did never. That's true. You never heard me say it out loud. Let me double check.
I can read it, but it starts with a fucking bullshit.
Yeah. Hold on. Did you put it in your bio, right? You didn't
Starts
put it in
with
your
a
bio.
fucking bullshit.
Fuck.
No, but if you look up tower, it should pop up. I'd bet money. Maybe not.
Give me money.
No, I found it.
No.
Yenlian.
Yinlian?
Yenlian.
Yinlian. Fuck, that's a weird way. And she'll take the dagger that she asked for from last time and goes, when in Yinlian, and slice her hand open on the book to see if it comes up the same color. And I will give 5 hit points.
Cool. You provide 5 hit points to the book, and you watch as the initial text that was present in the black cursive ink fades away like it's been burned, and then in red rusty ink, you see that it begins to write out ritual-based magic and other non-spell charge-based spells are always requiring various labor-intensive procedures that would require the presence of someone who is capable of casting magic but does not have the internal reserve to do so. They allow for a spell to be created without actually having a object or energy consumed. It is theoretically possible and has been conceived of in some sky cities that one theoretically could cast spells of higher levels in a ritual form, but the process of doing so would require significant work and most likely minutes to hours in order to cast spells of higher levels.
Stuff I kind of knew, but, you know. So that's the color it comes up for you.
Yeah. That's normal.
Who else has done this?
I'm sworn to secrecy.
So Asher.
Said nothing. I never told you that.
It's fine, we all have our secrets.
Do you want me to ask it about itself? Maybe.
I leave that decision to you. It's your blood, but it.
Okay. Yeah, Granny's gonna donate 5 more hit points.
Okay.
This feels really dangerous.
Good news for you, literally the potion I finished before this was my healing potion.
That's good. I'm down to 11.
We should be able to get along, Reston.
Hopefully.
If not a short rest, then you can use some hit die. You're not there
Yeah.
right now, Michelle.
Short rest, I can use hit. Michelle can. She pours more blood, and asks, what can you tell me about yourself?
I am the Grimoire of Danance Embre. My purpose is to provide information that Danance or his colleagues had forgotten or had trouble maintaining in their memory.
How do we work with you?
It does not answer.
One question for 5 hit points.
Hold on. To round this out.
Pay to play, baby.
Damn it.
Two. This means if it was made by this guy, how long ago was he?
I know that.
You do know that.
I know that.
Connor, how long?
Let me double check. Denance Embray, Anti-Drow Wizard. His last confirmed sighting was 95 BS, so that's 95 years before the Schism. But Denance was present for hundreds of years before that. He was a drow, so he can live just as long as someone like, say, Fizzy or Darius. So at least 300 years, so... Well, sorry, at most 300 years, so... The book is between 2,290 something years old to 2,000 years old.
I'll relay that because
It's a lot.
that's a lot.
Yeah. That means all its info must be outdated unless someone else was using the book and putting new information in.
It did say colleagues as well.
Yeah.
I will point out one thing, because you all heard it. It mentioned demiplanes before the Schism.
So it's gotten information since then.
Yeah, because it outright said there were 3 primary planes and numerous other demiplanes that the gods had created before the Schism.
I mean, this
So
book
it-
learns.
Ancient.
Fascinating.
I like to think I'm a pretty good teacher, actually. When it comes
Yeah.
to it.
If it learns, then if you keep it around with you, right, it'll probably expand its knowledge.
One moment. I was gonna row.
Oh!
Another!
God
10
damn it!
episodes. You made it 10 episodes.
No, Jill's fucked up before.
This is the multiple times.
You're the first one I think done it twice.
There's a T on the end
Yeah,
now.
this is your own fault for making your
Wrote-
character name so
wrote.
close.
Wrote.
Wrote.
I wasn't finished talking. Everyone figured it out. I was finished saying it. Rod is gonna go like grab a pen or something, and it's gonna just write in the book because I don't think I've tried that yet. Just writing in the book.
You haven't.
I'm trying to think of something that the book wouldn't have that I have. Which is not a lot. It's a big smart guy. Ron will just write down like, I don't know, the basics on how to cast like Find Familiar. Just something really simple. Just really jotting it down real quick, like in the book, and then step back and see what happens.
You will watch as the black ink that you write it in begins to reform, using the same strokes that you made. It then reforms into the words, "This knowledge is already known. Please do not write in the book."
Without thinking, Ron will write down sorry.
Oh.
You watch as sorry reforms into stop.
Trouble with my book. Oh no. Oh god.
That makes me think that it learns from absorbing blood.
That would make sense. More sense than having to write down in it. I'm
I mean-
sorry.
No, writing down made sense because who would think, oh, yes, my blood is giving it information from my brain.
It's not everyone can make that connection, but
So information does go past the blood-brain barrier.
Okay.
Psychic damage physically for that. Eris is gonna shut the book.
Yeah, I don't think I want to bleed on it anymore. Not right now.
I may want to bleed on it later. But this is fascinating.
I know, that's why I've been bleeding on it a lot.
I'm glad I took the fall for you.
Oh.
Yeah, you were the #1 criminal.
What? In my life. I did this was mine. I was supposed to have this. I got cheated out of it, and it's not fine. I didn't commit any crime.
Darius hands the book back to him. It's okay. It's yours.
I'm not This is my book. It was made for me.
It was made for me. It's mine.
Do you think the others are going to be okay when they get back, or are they going to be bleeding?
They sure have been taking a while.
I was gonna make a really bad joke. But if they're bleeding, we could use that, but...
Oh, yeah.
It's not appropriate because it could very well be a danger.
I mean, Asha would probably put his blood on it, anyways.
I just love the idea of you guys going to a doctor's office and being like, hold on, I've got gauze. You just pull out the book and just wipe it on someone.
Not that, thank you.
Oh, I need to add my healing potion back to my sheet.
We need a tourniquet. No need. Just close book.
No
around.
Feels like you're losing blood, you're not, I promise.
Oh, hey Connor, I don't think it'll let me add stuff to my sheet because the game is paused.
The game is paused.
It shouldn't be paused. Oh.
How about no?
Oh, yeah,
Occasionally the game will pause on one of your ends, but not actually be paused. So I have to like literally pause and unpause the game.
You're just refreshing the page because it was paused.
You can do that too.
There may be a whole campaign happening around it, but I have my own personal puzzle to solve, and I will be solving it.
I'm gonna go back to making poison.
Stare at my book because I can't bleed anymore on it because I am not feeling great.
Why don't you take a nap?
Why don't we all rest a little bit while we wait for the others to get back?
I will rest when this is done. And she's gonna point at the half-done poison that's sitting there.
Yeah. Well, yes.
Okay. You guys, go back to your initial stations, for lack of a better term. Making potions, making bullets, pondering your book. And in time, the rest of the team will make their way back from the academy. Unless there's anything else you guys needed to do there.
I feel like if we steal any more stuff, it'll be even more suspicious. So no, I think we're good for now. This is me personally, though.
I mean, Fizzy's fine. He entertained a man for an hour, and that sounds really bad.
I don't even know how successful or not the rest of the group was, so...
I don't either. I don't know what happened.
One thing that's gonna happen on the way out. Pardon me, miss. As they're walking out, the lady at the front, receptionist. That's the word.
Mm-hmm.
How much is a down payment to apply for the academy?
Well, the down payment for application is about 500 gold.
That is a bit of a steep price.
We are a learning academy that one stays in for the entirety of their life.
Noted. I will be back.
Okay.
Yeah. As they're walking out. Well, if I join the academy, maybe it will be easier for us to come up with the things next time.
You're muted.
Cool with the headmaster.
You're the headmaster? You spoke with him?
Uh-huh. For like an hour.
That is impressive. Did you get
Really
anything
nice.
good from them?
disagreement? Seemed really interested in, like, where I grew up and everything. Told me I was different, which Darius has been telling me that too, so... I guess I'm weird. Weird, I think was the word Darius used. I guess I'm not like all the other drow. Which is strange to think about.
We are all weird in our own way.
Apparently not all, and most of them look like Darius and not like me.
In my limited experience, that is accurate.
Interesting. So he said I could come back anytime I wanted. And he wanted to talk to me some more.
Well, maybe we could use this to get more things. There was more in the various cabinets. It could be useful.
I mean, that's not a problem. At the very least I could distract him while you guys steal stuff. Did you steal stuff? Please tell me you stole stuff.
Cass? Did we steal anything? Or did
I
we
don't-
simply liberate what it is that we wanted from the cabinets?
I just stole whatever I saw, to be honest.
There you have it, we stole things.
Yeah.
You can see it when we get back to the part or the house.
I have a few good things.
I got a job I did. Simply have to get sketches, diagrams of unusual but natural things. Pay pretty well and might get those materials as well.
Mm-hmm.
You might not need to take anything else. You might be able to just get it.
Well, this is all good information. Maybe we could focus our efforts of stealing things to other places. Especially if we can get them cheap anyway. Cheaper than having to pay our way out of prison in the future.
Aye. But you got everything you need.
I believe we did.
Can I read?
Cass?
Hmm?
Did you get the read?
The what?
The read
Nelvis did
for...
read.
I believe you got that in probably the last chest, no?
Glass cabinet.
The read.
The Nevelson's read. It was one of the items you did steal.
Okay, listen, as me, I don't know what I stole, so I'm just gonna agree whatever. I'm not sure.
It's in the group inventory.
Well, Cass got that. We can exchange that when we get back to my workshop.
I can make healing potions then. Nice.
That will be good.
Yes.
Keep us all a bit more fit for the fight. Alright, and we'll make our way back.
Okay. You guys make your way back over to Granny's house. There you'd find the rest of the individuals that you are working with, all doing their own sorts of things. Darius is doing some kind of potion making, it appears. Granny is assembling bullets, and Rot is pondering their book.
Alright. Cass, if you want to join, we can put everything out on the table that I have up in my lab.
Okay.
That way we can figure this all out, and I need to get to work.
Do Rot and Granny look miserable right now? Out of curiosity.
They look a bit anemic.
Yeah, she
Are
looks
you
a
guys
little pale.
okay?
To be fair, Rot always kind of like the skin you see on Rot does kind of always just look sickly. Their hands are shaking.
It's mostly it's mostly Granny too. Are you? What? Are you two okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling great. Great feeling.
You don't look great. You look like you've lost a lot of
There's a thing
blood.
called insight.
You look very pale.
Why would I even be losing blood? That's so ridiculous. There's nothing even here that could even do that.
Actually, I'm also going to roll insight.
Yeah, go ahead.
Asher's gonna stop like halfway up the stairs at that statement and just slowly turn and look.
15.
14 plus 4 for 18.
Do you even want
guys-
to try to roll?
Do you guys
I wanna
want to
roll
try to lie?
deception.
Okay.
Take your 2 of them.
I have to take 2. This is a disadvantage.
In fairness, you did buy perfume.
I have 1 dice that I had to roll.
You might roll
Oh my god!
Fuck you,
Nat 20.
nothing's wrong.
Natural 20?
Yeah!
Okay.
Okay.
Unreadable.
Even here that could even make me bleed, so I don't
You're
even
not
know
the
what
only
I'm
one,
talking
though.
Yeah, take Granny!
Oh, Granny.
Yeah.
You're right.
Granny!
I was like, Darius didn't get to half health.
No, Darius
I'm
is
not-
fine.
I'm
I
not
didn't
Darius-
visibly.
I'm not. Darius is in the clear. Granny, though, does have to roll.
Granny.
So
Yeah,
good natural 20, Jill.
Thank you. It's the only
Awesome.
one I'm gonna get.
she's not like, she's not trying to be deceptive. She's more like trying to be like reassuring. Like, I'm fine. So that is a 15. 11
But goes-
plus 4.
Ty goes to defender, so
I got 18.
you're fine.
Well,
Or
Yeah.
Tana got high enough.
Tana got an 18,
Mhm.
though.
Cody got 18, yeah. Yeah, Tana's good. I mean, I guess you're okay.
Yeah, you don't need to worry about me, sweetheart.
I'm a bit pale in the cheeks there.
Just need a little bit of rest. Yes.
Now that you all are done being concerned for these 2, what did you do?
Asher's calling from the second floor because him and Cass are like already entering the door. We got a few things from the academy. We're working.
And she's running up the stairs. What did you do?
Asher's already like pulling out the stuff and putting it. So I can finally describe Asher's lab a little bit more. So Cass, as you go walking into the lab itself, it's actually a room that's almost as big as some of the other ones in the actual caravan itself. The floor it looks like a well-worn wood. There are metal tables, one large one in the middle. You see along the wall there are various like labeled various things, gunpowders, ammunition. You see various parts like springs, cogs. Some of it looks very ornate. I mean, there's a lot of expensive looking stuff in here. Along the back wall, there are, interestingly enough, hanging up a few different things. One of them looks like the back end of what would be a sniper rifle, but it's slightly oversized. It looks really expensive. Like all the materials are very, very expensive. And you see next to it, it looks like 3 rather large gun barrels, or what would be. One of them looks like it's only about a quarter of the size of what it should be, and the rest of it looks like it was completely blown off. The one in the middle looks like a log that was hit by lightning, so it's just completely splintered in the middle. You can still see faintly what look like some runes that look similar to the runes that are on Asher's arm, or at least like the coloring of them looks the same. And the third one, while it's not, there aren't any holes or anything like that, it looks terribly warped. And it looks like a very expensive metal. I don't know if Connor would automatically, she would know what metal it was that was used in it, being a thief.
Kaz?
But yeah, being able to appraise things on the spot.
I would say you may have Kaz may have heard you may have heard of it, Kaz. It definitely looks to be like some kind of an adamantine alloy, so it's pretty sturdy stuff. pretty heavy, pretty expensive.
Good to know.
Mm-hmm. And then, as you're looking around, what is your passive?
My passive?
Passive perception.
God, I haven't checked that in a while. Let's see. I don't even know where it would be in this list.
It's in attributes. You look. It's the gray number next to perception, which is for you 11.
Oh. Okay. 11.
You would probably notice that there is one. While most of the room is very well lit, instead of any like live fire, there are all a number of crystals that are just kind of hanging in various spots. There is one corner in particular that's you can kind of look at from where Asher, clearly like the main desk, is in the middle. That it's for some reason it's very dark. Like you would have to like actively look. It's just like a shadowed corner of the room.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The other part is kind of at the far end. You can see another door. There's another door leading out of here. That's off to the side. It wouldn't be to the main area. And there is one. It looks like a skylight almost that's coming into the area itself. But yeah. Main stuff of Asher's. It looks very busy and very worked in, and there's small piles of gunpowder everywhere. But yeah, Asher is going to take out the various materials and put them on there, and then he's going to start putting out the gun parts. And all right, Tekas, if you would be so kind, I need to get a bit of that acid, and I need to get to work. If there's something you would like to work on here, feel free.
I don't know what I stole, but I'm just gonna pull out whatever I took out.
Got it.
Just place it down on the table. If any of these chemicals or items look familiar, just take it.
Got it. I shall take that. I think the rest of this is for Z. The rest might be able to use it. I don't know about the others. Let us see. Jacques! And Asher will call to. There's a spider, a mechanical spider you see crawl over the top of a bookcase. I need the book. Powder. Third from the left. Second shelf. You see the spider go and grab a specific book, well worn off of a bookshelf that's in one of the corners, and it crawls down the bookshelf itself, grapples up one of the legs of the middle workbench, and just places the book in front of him. Thank you. All right. And Asher's gonna get to work combining this acid with the gunpowder to make high explosive rounds, if we can possibly do that.
The idea is there. It would. This will be a. It will be a check. I will say.
Okay. All right.
What proficiencies do you have?
I have I have anything in terms of gun making, because I took gunsmith initiate, so I'm proficient with that. Tinker's tools, smithy's tools.
Okay.
And thieves' tools.
This is one of those things that you realize you'd feel a lot safer if you had an alchemist, because like this kind of mixture is volatile.
Mm-hmm.
But you could probably make do.
Okay.
Basically, you can still fail really badly, but yep. You are not you don't have a higher chance of an extreme failure.
Got it. All right, so I'll take a little bit, and we're gonna give it a shot. What kind of check am I doing?
We'll call this just a regular old smithing check, so it'll be effectively Tinker's Tools. Tinker's Tools, I like it. Well, that's gonna be great. What'd you get? I got a natural 1.
Just about to say, don't get that.
Okay, well...
This looks like this should be perfectly fine.
Hey, Tana, do you remember how I said I was running up the stairs to chase after them?
Yes, I do, actually. So you... Darius, you come running up the stairs to watch as Asher is recklessly mixing the gunpowder, and the picric acid together, and you watch it start to smoke very quickly, and you go, uh-oh,
I
and
grab the back of him to pull him away.
that's fine and dandy. Asher, you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
All right.
You know when you like pour a liquid on the powder and baking and it just splashes everywhere?
Yeah.
On it. That's me giving Asher the help action.
Okay, good. No, I could tell.
Which means roll it at advantage, Jace.
It's okay. I got 2 17s, plus 3 for 20.
Okay, that's very good. You pull him out of the way, and the container which it was in becomes shrapnel as it goes, and just fires shards of like the containing material outward. Asher, you're still going to take some damage, but less.
Of course. This is all part of the process.
Sure.
Asher's probably laying on the floor, I will be honest.
Look
Okay,
me in the
cool.
eye.
6
7
points
or-
piercing. 6 points piercing.
Gotcha.
Look me in the eye.
What is it?
Leave the alchemy to the alchemist.
All right.
Give me give me a couple weeks, unfortunately. I'm still rusty. Out of character, I can't take my alchemy's toolkit back until level 4.
I will save some for you. I still want... This was found in the same mines where there have been phoenixes before. This is something that has been seen that is left behind after they come out of various places.
You said by
This was-
phoenixes?
A bit safer than the original formula.
Pause. Did you think it might have been a good idea to ask the part of a phoenix soul you have here to maybe, I don't know, give you some advice on it?
I mean, this is where I got the idea in the first place. I did not finish asking. Probably should have done that. I do have a few disposable guns, though. I was not going to live fire this out of mine.
Is Kaz still up here?
Yes, Kaz, you have watched as Asher really quickly starts mixing something, and then it starts smoking, and then it explodes.
Oh, God.
Do you need another monkey for the circus act?
This is all part of the process.
I was gonna say, after, like, if Fizzy and Granny are okay and they passed her thing and she's like, they're fine, she would have gone up because Kaz has her stuff and she was told that. So she would have gone off after where Kaz is. Because she wants her stuff.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
you guys would have all seen this.
A bunch of you have come in to see just like smoke rising up. It's, man, if you had a smoke alarm, it would be going off at this point.
Asher's putting out a small bit of, knocking a small bit of gunpowder onto the floor that caught a little bit fire. This is
so
fine.
glad that Granny and Rot, and I assume Tana, are in Granny's house and not near this. As you try, and you're gonna see Darius pull the sash up over her face as the smoke keeps coming around. As you try to catch stuff on fire.
Asher will put his gunner up. This is normal. This is normal in the lab. Oh, there are some things for you. I don't... they're vampire teeth, a beholder eye, there was one other item, I'm blanking on what this was. Oh, and they lock, and Asher will put out the destroyed lock. I need to fix this.
Jabberwock eye, by the way.
Out of character, you're seeing Darius's brain pinwheel as she loads what was just said to her. Vampire teeth?
Where?
Yeah. You guys
You're
have a
both-
spare lockpick?
Oh, no, give those here. I can fix them.
Oh, okay.
Asher will take them and cast Mending on them.
Yeah, takes a minute, but yeah.
There you go.
I just came here for the read.
Yeah,
Jeffrey?
I can't use them. Take it. Take it. I also can't use this, and she's pointing at the Jabberwock eye.
Do I know what that is, Connor?
That's a actually you are, I would say, roll knowledge nature.
Goody, the thing that I'm not good at yet. I won't be good
Sorry.
at the next. It's okay.
It's a thing you gotta do.
I know. It's an 11 total. Rolled a 12.
Looks like a big eyeball.
Okay, well, I don't know what that is. I've never
Tana?
seen...
Yes.
Sorry, finish your thought, Michelle.
I was gonna say, it looks like a big eye.
Do I know what this is?
Roll knowledge nature.
Okay, do I have to roll nature? Can I roll anything else?
No.
Listen, I have a negative nature stat. I had to roll nature. Right now,
Do
I
I have
have
a lower DC because I am herbalist trained?
I think so is she.
So am I, yeah.
Oh, that's a 21 total.
Okay. That's a Jabberwock eye. They come from the Feywild. They're extremely strong reagents.
That's a Jabberwock eye. Have you ever heard of one of those? The bunny that's over Granny's house? And she's gonna be carefully wrapping it up. I'm gonna store it, and she's gonna look at Ash and go, in my lab, my little corner of the lab.
You can do that if you wish.
But go talk to the bunny about what a Jabberwock is, and you will understand why. You don't want to work with it yet until you have some other stuff, but that's yours. I can't use it.
Okay. I'm just gonna take my read for now.
That's fine.
And I don't know where to do stuff.
She's gonna point to a little part of the cart. I've got stuff over there if you want to work.
I think she looks at she looks over at the stuff that you work with and she's like, I think that's a little different from what I do.
The basics are still the same. I mean, like, some of the basic tools are still the same. There's still, like, a mortar and pestle and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just, like, you see behind it, there are, like, a line of stuff that very clearly are things you would never use.
I don't like that.
The basic stuff is still an herbalism kit.
Yeah, you would still have, like, pestle.
I mean, I have an herbalism kit.
Yeah.
There's still a workspace made specifically for potions and stuff.
Do you have vials? Because I don't think herbalism kits come with. I think you have to buy vials separately.
You do.
Asher,
do you have vials?
Would I have vials? Just
You may have a few.
okay.
You don't have
What do you want me to roll for how many I have?
You can roll me a D4 minus 1.
Okay.
I reused the ones I had.
I mean, I have one that's. I have two.
I have 3.
Oh, you have 3.
I have one that's empty because I reuse them. Also.
Okay. You have 4 total then.
4th
I have
draw.
4, and I can make. I have.
And Jess, I would say if you're going to reuse your vials, make sure you don't mix up the poisons with the potions.
Hey, we've already talked about this. Daris puts markers on them. They aren't in Undercommon, though, so no one can read them but her.
This is also
Fizzy.
true.
No, Fizzy can't read!
Oh, right, so only Daris can read
I mean,
it.
Fizzy identifies them by color!
there's still, if you know what it is, you can still recognize the shape of the writing.
Yeah, it's the. She has it's shapes, but like. She would. Yeah. Anyway, Fizzy's gonna go start working on her potions.
There are a few. I think I have a few. 6th drawer. Start from the right. In that bank over there.
You can't reach or get the spider.
Jacques will help you if you need. You can simply just ask him. Jacques, please assist me.
Jacques?
Oui. They all need names. Jacques is a perfectly normal name.
She looks at the like mechanical spider and she's like, I don't know how I feel about that.
No one
Jacques is
does.
very friendly. Do you want me to make sure that he has a tapaton or something?
It just feels unnatural. No offense, I'm not a big metal person.
Metal
No,
is
you're
something
made of
that comes.
flesh.
Oui, but metal is something that comes from the ground. It is completely natural.
We don't really have that at home.
Ah. You do not have just normal metals.
No, not really. The only metal I've seen are ones that my siblings have brought down from, or like other people that have done the ritual. Not the ritual.
Interesting.
Not a ritual. What would you call that? Oh my god, I don't remember.
A rite of passage.
A rite of
basically.
passage, yeah. So like the rite. They generally they'll come down or they'll bring their friends, or their friends will have metal. Like I've met some of my siblings' friends from when they were up there. Anyway, she's gonna go to the table and just take off the jacket or like the like robe essentially that Tana made and just get to work and get down and dirty.
Get down and dirty.
Down and dirty.
After taking off the robe.
Okay. And you're basically just making potions.
Yeah, I'm making 4 because that's all I have files for right now.
Okay. So, yes.
I can see everything else Asher brought beyond the vampire teeth, right?
Yeah.
It's all out on the table, yeah.
Do I know what the other stuff they stole is?
Let's see. Aaron blade shards. Yeah, you know those. The hagwort, I'm pretty sure that is natural.
Yes.
Telreeve's peas, I believe that is natural or processed. I can't recall.
Let me double check.
You'd know any of the processed ones, because that's very much in your wheelhouse.
Natural. Didn't take a picture of the peas. What the fuck? But yeah, she's just gonna look through this, and you're gonna see some of the color drain from her face, and go, Asher, do you know how much money this stuff is worth?
I figured it was worth a lot of money.
I also know what the peas are. Those are actually surprisingly processed.
Oh.
You know how I told you there's a scale that all my poisons and potions are made on?
Mm-hmm.
These are 4.
That is impressive, then. It makes sense why they were behind the bit more complicated lock.
How you broke your lockpick? Looking at Kaz.
Oh, yeah. That's how I broke it.
I'm gonna pretend I don't know you guys stole this stuff and just assume you bought it somewhere, so that way I have plausible deniability. And
We procured it in a completely normal way.
And she's just gonna put it away somewhere safe for the moment in the cart.
Asher
Don't-
said that. By the way, he's casting Mending on the complicated lock.
Next time you two go stealing, remind me to give you something. And she'll hold up the glass medallion. I'm pretty sure could probably get away with, sneaking around. And she's pointing at Kaz as she says that. You, I know for a fact, can't do it to save your life.
I am not that bad at doing it. I'm a bit on the flashy side, I will admit. I got you very expensive and nice things. Also, they would not let us procure them with coin. I did ask that first before I went and just procured them on my own. And I plan on joining the academy.
Why?
Just to figure out where they get their expensive things, so that way I may procure them without having to go through them. Plus, then the family can keep tabs on them and anything nice that they might come across.
That works, I guess.
I fully intended on replacing the lock at some point.
Don't get caught.
Isn't that always the goal?
Yes, and yet you fail at it spectacularly at times.
Oh, spectacularly, of course.
We also need to talk later, and Dares, as she says this, opens her hand and points at it.
The book?
The book.
Ah. You figure out
Well-
anything new?
Rot might need to tell you, because they're very excited about what they learned.
Perfect. I look forward to it. Now, if you will excuse me, I have to make a couple of throwaway firearms and make another attempt at these shells.
I'm gonna go check on Granny
That is
give her-
probably the safest.
and give her candy.
So, you head back down into Granny's house. Asher starts going back to work on various things. Any other scenes you guys would like to have, such as checking on one another?
I mean, Tana would inform, like, everybody else. I got a job.
You were gone for a few hours.
Academy will pay fairly well for sketches of natural things. Mostly beasts and monstrosities. Even more if I get notes on behavior and such.
Yes, we need to find some interesting creatures.
Do we find the farmer and his wife?
Yes, which I would like to get a move on soon. I don't know how long they'll be okay for.
Yeah. Asher can control the cart while he's working. But after that, we might... It's not uncommon for them to put bounties out on creatures like that. We might look to see if we can find something, and you can draw it, observe it, and then we kill it.
I could be more things besides just those, but apparently it's those types of creatures that they get ingredients from. Oh, by the way, I do have a question out of character. Did the bloodletting trio actually put away all the gauze and bandages? Because you might have cleaned yourselves up, but
Good
did
question.
you clean up the room?
I mean, I don't know if there was necessarily a mess. Rob brought out a roll of gauze and wrapped any wounds. I don't have experience wrapping with gauze, so I don't necessarily know how much mess there is.
With gauze, typically not much, but it's more so like I will say that as long as you guys weren't like, yeah, fuck it, we'll just leave blood on the floor. Like as long as you were like, we're gonna try to clean up, I would say no, there really wasn't a whole lot left over.
The other two weren't able to do that. Deus would have, because, you know, mom brain. Clean.
We're cleaning stuff up. She keeps her house.
Rot firmly lives by the idea of leave a place better than you found it.
The floors are actually waxed now.
Rod actually brought out a mop and was cleaning the whole thing.
Where'd you get that? That's not mine.
Didn't steal it, I'm not a criminal.
That secondary packed weapon is actually just a mop. Summons it out of nowhere. Like,
I believe it.
Oh, actually, along the way, as we start heading that way, Kaz, I have good news and bad news.
Great start
Regarding
to a
what?
conversation.
Regarding what?
Your uncle.
Oh, okay.
The good news is there's no way he could have gotten rid of what he stole in the short amount of time that it was stolen to him.
Okay.
The bad news is there was no one else around to have done it. It was just your circus.
Yeah.
Like, there was no other criminal groups around the house at the time.
I still think he didn't do it, though.
I'm inclined to believe he didn't either. Something that valuable's hard. If it's valuable enough that it was hidden in concrete, so that way spells couldn't detect it, That's not something you can just get rid of that quickly. Unless you could consume it.
What? Consume. Consume.
There's nothing saying what was in there wasn't something to ingest.
Are you implying my uncle swallowed it whole?
I'm saying we don't know what it was. For all we know, it could have been like a potion or something he hid in there.
It's fair, actually.
Yeah, that's true. Even then, we didn't even come to Roy's house to just steal one thing. That'd be absurd.
No, you came to Roy's house to steal multiple things.
Yes.
I don't know. Something about it leaks.
Yeah. He's not that stupid, so...
Gotta get that, the milk from the farm where you get a Tana that my brain is forgetting the name of. Is it Lon Lon?
Which the joke there is that
Oh, wow.
he's actually the ice cream maker, so...
Oh, yeah, he is. But, I'll see if I can find anything else out, but right now there's not enough... Nothing solid enough that my source will tell me anything.
Okay. I mean, just let me know if anything pops up. I'm gonna go back to sleep. God.
Sleep. How far out are we from where we need to go?
Well, so as the crow flies, if you're just gonna go cross country and just head, take the roads for as long as you can, and then just go across the wilderness, you're looking at about 115 miles. Pretty decent trip. Jace, do you know the land speed of your cart?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if there was a land speed that was ever listed on there.
Okay.
Oh, good heavens. I think it gave like an in combat speed of 40 feet around, because later
Walking speed of 40 feet.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, because I was gonna say, I know later on the climbing, swimming, flying speed is 40 feet as well. So whatever that'd be extrapolated out. Because it doesn't have a fuel source. It just
800
goes.
times 60 times 24.
Or I could pull up documents that D&D has that go over this.
I mean, that would be better because that takes into account the need for rest.
Yeah.
The cart does not need to rest.
The cart doesn't need to rest.
That's what I'm saying.
Nor do you guys. So the cart literally can go 24 hours.
Yeah. And it doesn't have a fuel source, so it doesn't ever run out.
That's the one plus. So I may have to do a bit of math in this case.
It's 800 times 60 times 24, I'm telling you.
Yep.
So 800...
Where are you getting 800?
40 feet, 80 feet every round, times 10.
Oh, yeah, dashing.
Yep.
Forgot.
Yep.
We're careening through the wilderness. Oh, no.
So
it
let's
can move
see.
fast if it wants to move fast.
80...
That's feet, not miles. So you
Yep.
have to change it over to miles, but...
Yeah, I can. What was it? 80 feet times...
80 times 60 times 24. Because 80 is a minute.
Yep.
Times 60, which is how many minutes are in an hour, times 24, because there's 24 hours.
God damn.
21 miles in a day.
Oh god, it's gonna take us 5 days to get there? Fuck.
Welcome to a world without Gale.
Yep. Yep.
Rude!
Well, I can't. Wait! I could learn Arcane Tunnel if we ever get to that point. It's a
You
ritual
could.
spell.
You have to
could.
find it. Well, I guess
It's
it's
30 years later.
It'd be
So
widely available. So
I will say, that actually would put you right on track with the normal pace for like movement
Yeah.
speed over land, I'm gonna put you into the fast track. I'll say you'll do 30 miles per day. You can do it in 4 days.
Okay.
So if there's anything you guys need to do, let me know. Otherwise, we can just get you over to Saillant.
Asher's gonna ask if Asher can borrow the book. Other than I'm gonna do crafting stuff, I'll just roll for it.
That's a thumbs up from Joe.
Okay. And Darius, you wanted to have a conversation with Asher too, right?
Yeah, about the book.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question.
Well, we'll have
Just
the
really
book.
quick.
We'll be in the lab.
Okay.
I have a question about. Are you guys still hiding it? Just out of
No.
curiosity.
I'm not. It's up to Rod if we're hiding it. That was a shrug.
No, it's because if Fizzy sees it at some point, she's going to ask.
To be fair, Rot was never hiding the book. Rot
That's-
just wasn't telling like the
That's
secret
fair.
on how to read it, because like Rot carried the book around the murder house openly.
I think it's when I see people bleeding into the book. Are people still hiding that? Is my question.
God, I
Yeah.
hope so.
Yeah, Asher.
Okay, then never mind.
Asher's like in their lab.
mind.
In his lab.
Never mind. Then Rudy. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow,
did
we
it,
got
guys.
two.
I did
2
it,
in
you
1
guys.
session.
Fizzy wouldn't know that. Never mind.
And if Granny wants to sit into the conversation with Asher and Darius, she's not hiding what she's talking about with Asher. Because you said you wanted to know your teammates.
she's just gonna try to make conversational with it.
You two can come in. I'll go take a
okay.
couple seats here.
I mean, I guess I'll sit in.
If you want to sit, feel free.
This is not a conversation. It just has to be Darius and Asher. This is just in the cart. Anyone can wander in.
You can be in the. Yeah, okay.
No, Asher would have brought it into the lab, so this is in Asher's lab.
Jenny would just be in the common area, so
Okay.
she's not gonna. This isn't like important. It's just she's making conversation.
The door is open.
Fair enough. The book's alive.
Alive how?
At some level of sentience. I couldn't tell its name, Asher. You can only do that if it tries to resist, and only sentient objects can resist.
Did you ask it its name?
What? Well, here's the interesting thing. We made Granny bleed on it. Rot asked Granny to bleed on it. We didn't make her, it was by choice. Oh, hold on. And Deus will count her hand. This is gonna be like day 1, so I'm not resetting her hit points. I'm give it like, I don't know, like half her hit points and bleed on it to show the color it turns. This and all this information popping up just from me cutting myself didn't happen to Granny. It was black ink in cursive, and it asked her what she wanted. Rot's apparently making theories about it, but figured if 3 brains are better than 1.
So it could be... What all did it say?
Apparently, it chronicles knowledge of the creator and his colleagues. And its job is to help remind them of stuff they already knew, or I guess tell them things that the other people in the group may have known.
So this is a living record.
Seems like it. And the guy disappeared before the schism, but it knows
Wait,
about
95.
the post-schism.
I'm trying to look for a connection, if there might be any, where he was alive at the same time as someone I am trying to track down information on.
I mean, you could ask Granny to lead on it since she can ask questions.
I would not ask Granny to do that. She already does not like the sight of blood. I'm sure seeing her own blood bleeding all over a book is a bit much. Granny, unless you would like to.
This is called out into the main room. We're talking about cutting your hand into the main room.
I am a woman.
See?
She's good with a little bit of blood.
That is fair.
I assume it's not her own blood that freaks her out. It's other people's blood, right?
It's a lot of blood. You know, like you got like a grievous injury.
Okay.
You know, a little bit of bleeding isn't gonna make me woozy.
Oh, that is good.
If you choose to bleed on the book, we should probably have Rot in here because Rot is endlessly curious about this.
Well, Rot was there. He was there the first time that we tried it. I be honest, I was the one who figured out it was a grimoire, and I showed him how to use it. If he would like, actually, I got a spell from it the other day. It required a bit of. Wait. I actually have an idea. If we want to invite Rot, Granny, if you're interested as well, I had an idea. Knowing that this is some sort of living record, I think I might have a few questions. And I
also,
happen to have a lot of blood in me at this current moment.
Also, don't write in it. It got mad at Rot for writing it.
Living record, it probably derives memories from the blood, or it hears things that it is around.
I know Jill is drawing in the corner, but does Rot want to be present so you know what's being said? Okay, yeah. Fighting off a headache, so.
Alright, so the first thing Asher will do, Asher will take just a spare nail that he has, prick his finger.
Hell yeah, tetanus.
Mm-hmm. Well,
There's a knife.
I'm assuming it was clean, but you never know with Asher. Asher's just gonna kind of move his finger around a little bit, and with just one hit point, because it's just a little pinprick of blood. Monsieur, may I know the name to call you by? And release it onto the book.
You will have to make a spellcasting check. Spellcasting check. So
Okey
whatever
dokey.
your spellcasting modifier is, plus d20.
Got it. That is a 17 on the die plus 5.
17 on the
22.
die plus 5, so 22. You will see that it is rust red colored ink that is slightly darker, and the book will say, I am the Grimoire of Denance Embray. I am here to provide information that has been chronicled and stored and received from other individuals. Yes.
Granny's handwriting when she did it was in cursive, correct?
Yes.
Is the handwriting different when we bleed on it?
So it is in cursive now. But
Yeah.
it looks like the ink color darkened slightly.
So it wasn't in cursive before?
So when the first time when you guys were just bleeding on it freely, it was ineffectively like a form of print. And it was kind of like the rust red, like old iron-based ink. When Granny bled on it, it became black and cursive. Now with Asher doing this and trying to ask a specific question and enforcing his will on it using a spellcasting mod, the ink darkened. It is still slightly red, and it is in cursive.
Does it change how it's right based on whose memory it is?
Let me try something else. Receipt?
Yes.
Keep an eye on me, will you?
Sure.
No.
And Asher will just open up his arm. I'm gonna dump 21 hit points into it. And
As Asher
thinking
does
of
that.
the question, Asher will have the question and announce it, trying to enforce his will on this thing as much as he possibly can.
Rice.
Where is that tret for many?
A Tremini. Okay.
It's Remini.
As Asher does that and sees that Darius goes, Fizzy!
How much blood are you giving up? Are you're going for
I'm
broke?
going to 1.
Okay.
I'm going to 1.
Jesus.
Yep.
Fizzy hears her name and comes running.
And you see
Okay.
Asher with his arms
Asher
split
has
open.
sliced his arm open.
What is happening?
Heal him, please. Heal him, please. We'll explain after you heal him. He's being stupid.
I'll do a high level. I will
Asher will
go
hold up his hand as this is happening and begin to cast healing word on himself.
Okay, but Fizzy's still gonna heal herself. Fizzy's gonna go into starry form,
Okay.
do a cure wounds at 2nd level, and then
Okay.
heal you again.
Okay.
The problem is, Jace, I don't trust Asher to not give up the last hit point and to further bleed past that point.
Yeah.
I know you. You would go into death saves
Yeah,
to see
Asher.
if you get more.
Oh, maybe. What am I rolling for it? Or
You
is
were
there a roll?
rolling spellcasting.
Spellcasting. Natural fucking 20.
Oh, brilliant.
So that is a 25 total.
The book will begin to use
That.
all of your blood. How many hit points was that?
It was 21 hit points worth. Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I was
It will
down
begin
1.
to use the 21 hit points of blood that you just loosed onto it to begin writing what is effectively like a report on his last location, on Tremoni's last location. Basically, it denotes where he was when this was, where he was at that moment in time, and then it stops dead. And it stops dead before the schism.
You're back up to full because it's a 19 plus I healed it like another 4.
Sweet. I have
You're
23.
back up to full.
Can you give us warning before you do that? So that.
Why are
Ash,
you
it's like-
bleeding on the book?
It is telling me what I need to know.
Actually, what happens if you bleed on it? Because, like, at this point, I assume I know you cannot read.
Picture book.
We can try that in a second, and Asher's gonna open up his arm again.
Stop it!
Oh,
No!
it's good starting from. It's fine.
Take
I
the
need
book away
to.
from him.
Yeah, there is a. Asher is looking for. Fuck. He's
and I
gonna
will-
whisper this to see if he can get away with it.
Okay.
He is asking for a spell to collect souls.
You've been making
Okay.
a lot of noise. I assume everybody is there at this point.
Yeah,
It's
this
a whole
is
thing
impossible
at this
to miss
point.
now.
It is a whole.
This
I
happens.
I imagine every time the arm gets cut, there's just a loud, like, what are you doing?
Well, everyone heard Dara scream "Fizzy" at the top of her
Yeah.
lungs.
No, after this, Granny's ripping she gets up and she's like, stop, and like rips the book away. But you'll have a chance to kind of see what it writes.
Am I
Okay, so
Connor,
let
I have a
me
question.
let me
to know
clarify
how-
one piece of information first.
Okay.
So, in regards to the last known location of Eta Tremoni,
Yeah.
it basically leaves off somewhere in basically in Eta Tremoni's facility, which would be location underground, effectively. Like there is no directions to it.
Okay.
And then it basically just says current location unknown.
Okay.
We knew he was down there, and then that's it. Just vanishes.
Okay. Does it give any hint to where his facility is?
Underground could mean a lot of things, but it also means that more likely than not, Underdark, maybe?
Okie dokie.
Oh no! If only you knew 2 people. who
I
had
know.
Underdark.
Good, good, good.
Thank you, Michelle.
Wait.
Thank you for doing it with the wig.
Okay, so Asher at this point, I will admit, he's absolutely being reckless. To make sure I don't go to 0, am I making a dex save or con save?
Yup, using a knife.
Which one? Which one should you have
Dexterity.
me do? Dex save?
You're-
Alright, I'm doing it. I'm doing it on
You're
here.
basically trying not to nick an artery.
Yep. 17.
By the way, 17, you don't nick an artery.
Okay, cool. So I'm down to 1?
You're down to
See,
1.
brings
Okay.
you back up to 20.
Okay, cool.
We're gonna have to stop healing him in a second.
I
Okay.
take the book away after this. Don't worry.
Hey, Connor, can I roll perception to see if I can hear what Asher just asked?
Yes. Anyone can. Anyone who is present in the room. Now, I need to ask the other players, namely Tana and Kaz, and Rod, I suppose, because Rod, I know Rod, you were in there.
Yeah.
Tana and Kaz, did you guys come
Yeah.
running?
I did
No.
because
No. Okay.
I don't know what's up there.
All
People
right.
are screaming.
She just assume it's another explosion. So it's like, oh,
You
Yeah.
know,
That's fair.
That's
it's not my
actually-
problem.
That's entirely valid. You know what? I can't argue that.
The artificer's doing something dumb again. Whatever.
Granny wasn't there. She was like shouting from like the room, but at the second scream, she's coming running, so she wouldn't overhear this.
Okay.
21 for perception.
Okay.
I got 19 plus 4,
Fuck or-
23.
Rock. 23.
Oh my god.
It's up until you touch it.
yeah, I know. That's why I was like, perception. 23. 23 from Jill.
Okay.
22 from me.
Okay.
What am I rolling to see?
Deception is the best thing
Deception?
that we have in this kind
Okay.
of a situation.
Got it.
And you can't baffle your way out of this.
I need to.
And it is charisma based, so it makes
Yeah.
sense.
I need to change the music.
Yeah.
This is too calming.
That is
That-
only a 12, and I'm gonna make sure I make a con save
Oh my
here
god.
to see if Asher passes. out.
Everyone hears what you say.
Yep. All right, and luckily I get to make con saves at advantage.
Like you did a stage whisper in a dead silent room.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone went, huh?
Huh? Sir?
Yep.
Sir,
and-
this is a Wendy's.
so this is a Wendy's. Dirty 20, so
I walk
Asher
past
does.
him.
Yeah. Dirty 20, so Asher does not collapse, but
Okay.
Asher is looking a little woozy at this point because that's a lot of blood that is thrown onto this book at this point.
Yep. That's a whole lot of blood. So, everybody heard of that.
What does the book tell him?
You'll have to. Sorry, a lot happened in the last few seconds. What was exactly what you asked?
Asher is asking for a way for him specifically to capture souls, to continue his research.
Cool. It will begin to fill pages with documents and diagrams depicting various objects that would have to be built that would involve effectively, for lack of a better term, a harness that is locked onto a person with a gem and like housing on the front of it, and then multiple other cables and wires that would run off to it. It is effectively like a soul-stealing machine.
And Rizzy is recording the entire thing, so Asher doesn't even have to take notes.
Yep.
Asher,
Wait.
you ever do that again, I am driving your cart back to your fortress, and you are staying there.
Wait.
Go the fuck to sleep.
In their bed.
Is that Fizzy raising her hand or Michelle?
Yes, it is. It's absolutely fizzy. Like, the question?
Wait.
So if you bleed on the book, it tells you things
Wait.
about what you want to know?
Yes.
Keep a thought in your mind. If you
Can I
keep a thought
try
in
it?
your mind and bleed on it, it will give you what it knows.
Can I try it?
Rod's letting anyone who wants to try, so.
Okay.
Granny does have the book right now, though, so you will have to take it from Granny.
Granny, I'll be responsible.
I trust you won't be as reckless as this young man.
I'll heal myself after. It's fine. I'm still in star form. Like it
She'll
lasts 10
hand
minutes.
it over.
It lasts 10 minutes. So.
Will that affect? Never mind.
We're gonna fucking
You're
find
gonna
out.
fucking find out.
We are doing science.
There's a bigger question.
I will put. She'll do 12 because I have 25, so that'll put me up to half. She'll do
Okay.
12 points into the book. I think Connor. I think you know what I'm gonna ask about.
Mhm.
I'm gonna ask about. Oh God, I don't know how to fucking say. How do I fucking say it again? Is it Rush? How do I say it?
Rostopska.
Rostopska. I'm gonna ask about that.
Rostopska.
Oh God, it's so. So yeah, she will ask about that.
No, you can't read.
Someone will read it for me
So what is your specific question though?
to stop it.
Well, it will use your blood, and you will see depicted on the page of the book an image that appears to be a very, very almost like a wide shot of a very, very large swath of land that looks to be, I would say, Rod, you're a nerd. You know a little bit of geography. It looks like probably somewhere up north, near Belric, in Ekes. It looks to be a huge swath of land in Belric, near Belric, that is just lit on fire. The entire swath of land is just ablaze. And judging by the scale of the picture, that's miles of land. Yes.
Out of character.
Yeah.
Is this the obsidian place?
The obsidian place?
We like
No. Oh, I know what you're talking about. No. So that is just a monument. That's a little further south. This is literally Balric is literally it's a town. It's a city. In I will call it the middle of North Ekes. And as just trying to rough it using the actual scale in the image itself, you'd think that the area that it's depicting in the picture would be something like maybe 100 or so miles of land. It's not even square miles, just burnt. It would have to be burnt. So it appears that the book did pick up on your illiteracy, and the answer is simple: burn it to the ground.
Want.
You were muted for most of that, but I understand what you said.
It's not that she was muted. Her mic didn't pick her up.
It didn't pick me up. Yeah, I'm not muted. She just looks at it, stares at it for a few minutes. That's not what I was looking for.
Oh. Yours is telling you to burn shit. Asher, we don't have time to get into what the fuck yours just did. Mine was talking about ritual magic. Interesting.
Before I do anything, do you know what happens when blood from multiple sources go on the book?
No, we haven't tried multiple people bleeding on it at the same time.
This is a lot of bleeding.
We still got a couple days until we get to where we need to go.
God.
Because kind of that did come to mind.
I have a bit in me. I can.
No.
No.
No. And actually, hey Connor,
You've lost bleeding privileges.
did I get enough to make 2 of my painkillers? Because I already had 1. Did Asha buy me enough to do 2?
Yes.
Cool. Deus is gonna pop one of her painkillers before she does it.
Cool. Add. It'd be 10 points of temporary hit points to yourself.
No, it's 2d6.
Oh, 2d6. I forget. You're correct.
Yeah, you're good. Because I don't want to give myself 10, although that would be better if I rolled low, but sake of honesty.
Yep.
I did roll low. Fuck.
You roll though.
Fine. God. And she's gonna go, we want to test the theory, and you're gonna watch her pop back what looks to be a blue vial of medicine.
It is like these white kind of crystalline little structures.
Okay,
They look
I was
like it looks like acetanilide looks like white crystalline needles, for lack of a better term.
Let's have 2 people bleed on it and see what
Hopefully
happens.
someone you already know the effects on. That way you can see if it's different.
Gonna cut their hand, and Darius is gonna cut hers at the same time. How much are you given, Jill?
6.
6. Just square 15.
You guys ever wonder if you made a cult?
Connor, I did that last campaign,
So did I.
so
I
you
think
know.
I made a cult.
24 right now. Darius is gonna pull an Asha.
No.
God damn it!
Stop.
She's not giving all of it. She will be giving all of the temporary hit points she just did, and she's gonna put herself down 15 hit points, so she's down to 5.
Jesus.
Oh no, down to 9 hit points. So 15 from Darius, 6 from Rod. At the same time to see what happens.
Okay. You guys both supply blood to the book at the same time. And as you are doing so, you watch as the book takes in the 2 sources of blood that you provided. And it begins to go. The process of providing one's patron a pittance or sacrifice will typically involve rituals in some way, shape, or form. Through the process of using multiple circles, lines, and other geometric shapes, one can create arrays for magic and other sense to be made of the magic that flows around the world itself. This can allow for spells to be cast without the use of spell slots or expending any of the spells provided to one by said patron, or it can result in paying a respect to one's deity. This all appears in rusty red ink.
Overlap between the 2 of them.
Yep.
Yeah, because mine is ritual magic, at least that's what I was telling out. And
Yep.
Rat's is...
Warlock magic.
Oh, you gave it to the 2 people who don't really have spells.
Wish I had more spell slots.
Yes, but it did also mean you got some of the probably the grimmest information I've had to provide yet, which is literally sacrificing somebody.
I'm not gonna ask why it was mentioning pack magic if we don't talk about the fact that it was talking about sacrificing people.
Sacrificing part from you. You said
Not to my knowledge.
it's best if people don't talk. Leave it be. Anyone else want to bleed on the dang book? Not say damn. I would never say damn.
Dimmadarn.
It's funny that we
Dang.
mentioned ritual sacrifice, considering what I talked to Connor about earlier with
Oh.
Darius.
Tana will sigh and say, "It's interesting information to be sure, but don't know what happens if It's a vastly magical source and one that doesn't currently have any magic.
Well, the one without any magic we tried, it was Granny.
But you didn't try combining someone with no magic and someone with magic.
And I'm not talking about the kind of magic any a year can use. I'm talking about something much greater.
Does it have to be alive for the blood to work, do you think?
Woof.
I'm not gonna push it, but we'll find out. Tana will do a single hit point and see what happens, because there's some potential greater than anybody else can get at this moment, but also nothing.
Yes, as you are Fae. You drop a single point of health, and the book will appear in black cursive text. What is it you hope to find here?
Is it any different because she actually has more another's blood in her?
It does not appear to note the other's blood right now.
I probably doesn't have that information.
Well, unless anyone else wants to bleed, Rod, take your book back. Asher, you're not allowed to bleed on it anymore today.
Anymore.
No, I can't stop that. I can't stop today.
Need more than a day. Clearly, he's gonna kill himself over this book. I need proof that he can be responsible with it before I can let him have it again.
I do not wish to die. Would not try to put myself to that point.
Young man, you very nearly did. Through being reckless.
Asher holds up his hand. Wouldn't be the first time.
We're gonna be careful with this thing now. Alright? No getting crazy or anything.
We
It's
can be careful
just-
with this thing.
It's just knowledge. It's just a book.
Just knowledge.
Knowledge you can get one way or another. You don't have to go crazy for it.
But there's not the pursuit of those things. Is that not worth whatever the price may be?
No. She's laugh above all else. That's what she goes for.
Well, you're learning something about your teammates today.
Oh
Knowledge won't
god!
help you if you're dead. At least most people.
But if you... True. But if you do not have to worry about death, how much knowledge can one gain?
Work on that first part first.
That is the plan.
Yes, Rodicus?
I'm gonna assume we're traveling in the caravan.
Yep.
Does everyone have their own little room?
Yes. So, okay. So, seeing as we're all traveling together, Asher would have made sure that everyone has their own room up on the second floor. It would be a smaller room at first. It would just have a bed. It would have a table. It would have some sort of like comfortable spot. The chair would be fairly comfortable. The bed's very, very comfortable. But obviously if you want anything changed, if you want like lighting changed, materials changed, you can let Asher know and he can adjust them at the beginning of every day.
Secondary follow-up question. The door's locked, right?
Yes, they do.
Yes, the door's locked.
Granted,
Asher's
you're
the
not
only
stopping.
person who you have seen who can go through a locked door in the place or make a door disappear.
Yeah, sometimes Asher does that.
Because Ra has plans.
Mm-hmm.
If as soon as we're done seeing this happen.
Sure.
I don't know if we're done.
I got nothing else. Darius is pushing Asher to go to sleep, but that's about it.
Yeah, Asher's not fighting it tonight. Over the next 2 or 3 days, though, Asher's going to be working on things. And I can just make rolls for those. We don't need to do scenes for those.
Well, would anybody have asked about the Jabberwock? Or Jabberwocky?
Oh, that's a good question.
Your mic, what happened?
You did the thing, Connor.
That's
It's very
a
quiet.
good point.
Izzy would have not immediately, especially like given everything, especially after. She probably wouldn't have done it till the last day, if anything. But like, it's not really important right now because like her brain is kind of occupied by other things, so she probably would have like honestly forgotten at some point. Like she would. No. No, not now. Anyway, I'll be honest. Sorry.
Okay. Rot.
Yes.
You wanted to do something.
Yes. I would like to go down to 1 hit point. And
God damn it.
But I don't have any healing, so I'm just going to bed after that.
Okay. How much health
but
do you have?
19 total. No, wait, you have what?
I have more than
21?
19 total.
21.
I have 15 right now because I had already bled 6. But before Rod does it, since now Rod realizes you can like focus on a question or query, Rod is going to focus on possible reasons a person might not be able to adapt to wizardry.
Okay. I would like you to roll a spellcasting modifier, which in your case is going to be your d20 plus your spellcasting mod, which would be intelligence, plus your proficiency. So 2 plus intelligence mod.
Just roll and I'll tell you what the.
Wait, okay. I was like, I'm gonna shake this dice till I understand what's going on. We're gonna.
It's okay.
When I
It's
told
okay.
you 2 plus intelligence, it's literally just what you're doing.
Yep.
So 23 total.
23 total.
23 total. The book will turn to a dark colored ink, but still with a tinge of red, and it will say, "Wizardry is a skill that some show aptitude for and others do not. It is possible that some simply do not have the right mindset for it, or for whatever reason, the act of weaving magic through the use of spells or other formulae that are used in the act of magic simply do not work well for them. It is also theoretically possible for them to be a Volkivian bloodline, which typically results in them being unable to cast magic at all. And I will write down the word I just said.
Thank you. I was literally like, Okibian?
Yep. I will write it down in just a moment.
Just turned to me and mouthed it silently. Went. I said, I don't know what it means. Well. Writing all this down.
Yep. And individuals of Volkivian bloodlines are unable to cast magic. Yes,
There is
Codathan.
actually one thing that Tana would ask the book, probably the next day.
Mhm.
That would be
Okay.
if any archfey had other, like, blood into the book.
Okay. The book will reply very simply, no.
Right.
Although that information would be valuable.
That also means she's probably not going to use that unless if you absolutely need it for something. Because they do not give up information easily.
No, they do not. Which in your mind, that would make sense. Why they're not doing that. Rot. As you guys are getting closer and closer to Saillant, eventually there's a point when you are inside your room and you are there with Cause, your weapon. And you will hear him go, "Why would you ask something like that?"
Well, just curiosity more than anything. Just wondering.
Those kinds of answers are not necessarily what one wants to hear or needs to hear.
I wanted to make sure there wasn't something wrong with me. That maybe I wasn't. But it wasn't my fault, maybe.
I would doubt that it's your fault. Some things you can't control, and also, in some cases, such as yours, I would say, the fault lies more with the teacher.
I had a great teacher. I just couldn't. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna get there. And I'm gonna go back and show 'em. I'm gonna do it.
Oh yes. We'll do it. We will absolutely show her.
Yeah.
But I don't think that being a wizard is as necessary as you may think it has to be.
Agree to disagree. It's the one thing. It's the one thing I want. It's the one thing I have to have. Fine, it'll be fine. It'll all work out. I'm sure. Just have to work harder. Be better. Smarter.
I'm sure.
Gauze while they're saying this.
I'm sure I can assist you with being smarter.
Doing that like thing that people do, where you look in like a mirror and you're like psyching yourself up, getting ready for the day. But it's just like it's sad. It's not like an excited one. It's just kind of like a.
That whole "we're not gonna cry on the way to work today." Okay,
And
we
then
got
that one
this.
song comes on,
Okay.
and you're like, no.
Not gonna break down when somebody asks me something stupid today. Okay.
Look, mental breakdowns in your car before work are a healthy way to respond to workplace stress.
I'll remember to keep telling myself that. Okay.
I mean,
Are we sure?
I quit my job for a reason, so like,
Boom bam.
teaching's
Boom.
stressful, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, teaching's stressful because they're terribly underpaid, terribly treated, and are in an absolute monster of a country. Yes.
Imagine
Yes.
if you were a substitute, and
Yeah,
then you
it's
get
even
handed
worse.
all of that with no respect from the administration.
And
Yeah.
expected to be a parent instead of just a teacher.
And local apprentice. Anyways.
Anyways.
Anyway,
State of this country aside, how's everybody doing?
We hate a lot of things, and we're not
Are
afraid
we
to show it.
arriving in the evening on the 19th or the morning of the 20th? Because we kind of left after.
Evening of the 19th. You'll be showing up in the evening of the 19th. But with that said, as you guys are arriving at the town of Saillant, you can see off in the distance there is a very lovely looking town. You see that there are numerous wheat fields and small orchards that are cropping up around the actual location itself. Several small ranches wherein large circular hay bales have been rolled up, and it appears some various creatures are there munching away at the provided feed. You see that a majority of the roads here are dirt. Most of the individuals here simply walk from building to building, and the number of houses here must be probably lower than 100, you'd say. Maybe just over. Most of the houses are actually in smaller farms that are further away from the town, a few miles off. The locals to the south Eches in this party, you would recognize that there's a hollow grove about 5 miles away from the town itself, which you all would know is a traditional elven burial ground. Here you can see there is a train station. It leads off into a few different directions, but for right now, you are making your way into the town of Saillant. And we'll leave off there for the moment, and we're going to take a quick break.
We're back in about 10 to 15 minutes. See you then. There we go. That's the right button. I almost hit the wrong one. And we're back!
So, you guys have begun to make your way into the town of Saillant, and you see that it is relatively small, and you will see, at least Asher, you will note that there looks like there was a third set of tracks that was heading off a little more towards the east, but it looks like those tracks have been effectively rendered non-operative. There have been, it's been barred off.
Would Asher think of any reason why that would be the case?
Considering location, they tried to go into a spot they really shouldn't have gone into.
Trains were going missing. Got it. Okay.
Yeah. More likely than not, and most people from Eches proper would be aware of this. There is a section of the actual continent itself that is not very safe. So if they tried to build railroad tracks going in that direction, that would have been insanity.
Got it. Saillant, is it which part of the continent are we talking?
It is down towards the south. You will see it in a moment.
Perfect. Thank you.
Making your way inside of the town itself, you see that a lot of folks are giving your cart the side eye, as you are kind of the strangers in town. You're driving a weird vehicle. You all look pretty odd, but here you are.
Asher will drop the sign. Got the sign hanging out now.
You drop the Irons family sign.
Ironworks and other works.
You guys are now in the town of Saillant. You see that at the very center of town, there is what looks to be almost like an open concept, for lack of a better term, temple. It's got short stone walls. There's an altar at the back of it, and there is no roof to it whatsoever. But you'll also see that there are numerous other buildings here, including one which you can see is labeled. Let's see. You think for getting a town map, Jace, or Asher, or any of you, really, your best bet would either be to go to the train station, or you could try to go over to the grocer, because there is what appears to be a grocery store labeled Busted Ribs, and it's a symbol of what looks to be a wrapped fist punching a set of ribs.
What an odd name for a grocer.
This seems like it has a bit of character. We could easily start here. All right, we'll pull up to the actual grocer itself, and Asher will. open up the back porch area if people are interested in. So people that way know Asher's open for business, and Asher's actually just going to go inside the grocery with anyone who wants to go in.
How do you spell the name of the town?
No, busted
the
as
name
in
of the
like
town.
busted or broken. Oh, Saillant. That would be Saillant. Saillant.
Right.
Almost had it.
Just making sure.
It is French.
Might have been, but I don't see it immediately in my notes, so I just want to be sure.
That is fair. Who's going into the grocery store with Asher? Darius?
Granny's not going in, but she's hanging out outside, basically leaning against the cart.
Got it. Rod? You look like Jill. You look like you're about to say something.
I was shaking my head that Rod's not going into the
Oh, okay.
store, but it's probably like, if there is a I don't know where Granny is leaning, but if there's like a porch next to where Granny's leaning, Rod's sitting there swinging his little leg piece.
Yeah, she'll be near that.
Kaz, is there anything you'd like to be doing?
No, I mean, she could be wandering off, to be honest.
Just wandering off into town.
She can't be secluded in one space for too long.
That's completely fair. I will get back to you in a moment in that case.
You could do some scouting.
That's also an option. But I will get back to you in just a moment because I have an idea of what'll happen. Fizzy?
There are animals, right? Around here.
There are animals? Yes, there are numerous animals. The closest one you would see is that there is what appears to be another shop. It's a nicer building. It is there's a sign out front that is that labels it the Beautiful Buck. And it's got like on the sign a little like wood carving of like a little deer, like a buck, with antlers and everything, wearing like a nice little bow tie. And in a little adjoining fenced-in area, you see that there is a buck wearing a little bow tie, who's just kind of chewing on some grass right now.
Yeah, I'm walking up to that animal.
Okay, Tana.
So when we in the previous city we at, someone watched us come in and reported that to her. As we're coming into Saillant, she's looking for people here who appear to be closely observing the cart and then walking off somewhere.
Okay, perception check. You're trying to find
like
suspicious people.
someone who is just like, well, that's a weird cart, but people who are watching for
That's weird.
adventures like
No.
last time.
You are looking for spies, effectively.
And it happened in the previous town. It could happen here. 19 plus 4, 23.
Yep. 19 plus 4, 23. I will message you privately. Jace, Asher, and Darius, you guys head over into the Busted Ribs. Inside, you see there is a man. It's getting late. I'll say it's about like 6 o'clock at this point. There's a man who is wearing a plain white shirt, a white apron that's kind of smudged with grease and other red materials. You can guess what it is. He appears to be a Goliath of some sort. Gray skin. He's got kind of like those odd markings that wind up showing up on them. Like they look almost like lines and tattoos. But you can see that he has very well trimmed eyebrows, a very well shaven and kept face, well shaved head. And he looks down at you guys and goes, "Hello there. Welcome to the Busted Ribs. How can I help you?"
Greetings, monsieur. Asher Irons. We're looking for a map of the town.
Alright. Well, most of the town maps are down over by the train station. We like to give them out to strangers that are coming on in. But I happen to have a few right now. With that said, if you're looking for something bigger like a continent map, I do have one of those, if you need it.
How recently was the continent map updated?
Quite recently.
Would it be Connor out again? Would it be newer
It'd be
than the
newer
one that
than
Asher
yours.
has?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yours is unmarked, but you heard rumors that someone was actually they were making a version where it had the train travel paths, ferry paths, and also denoted regions, which is also very important. So I can give you those two. Town map's free. The map of the world, map of this continent, though, that one will be about, I'm gonna call it a gold piece.
That I can do. Asher will slide him a gold.
All right. In that case, here you are. This is the map of the town. He'll lay it down for you.
Messy.
Not much to see in this little place, but there is a few things. I can point them out to you. You'll want to notate the map yourself, though. We always keep them blank.
That is perfectly fine.
And we also got ourselves the map of the world. That, well, feel free to look at that on your own time. And he'll pass that over to you as well. I'm going to make that accessible to you in navigation, guys, so you can look at the map.
Sounds good.
I will also make the Saillant town map also available in navigation, so you can look at that whenever you want. If you're looking for a few things around town, then let's see what's a good point for you. Well, actually, that's a good one. Right next to us, like just the next building over, we got ourselves the Pickled Poltig. It's a nice little pub if you're looking for a place to rest for the night. I'm right here.
Uh-huh.
That's the grocer. Let's see. What else could be good for you? Oh, yes. You look like a bunch of strangers. Smithy's right there. Don't hold your breath. They can't do much in the way of complicated stuff, though. They're more used to fixing busted horseshoes, stuff like that.
Got it.
And if you have any need of, say, the authorities, we've got a little guard outpost right here. Center of town, hard to miss. That's the Temple to Televra. And
what is their domain?
Televra is the god of nature and the such.
All right.
And if you're into those new gods that are out there, there are a few shrines that were out over by Darrow LeChuck's property. So these are the new shrines.
Mm-hmm.
And that is Darrow LeChuck's house.
What is this? Darrow? What is it that they do?
Farmer. Decided to open up a few shrines though.
That is a bit interesting for someone of a farming nature, especially with such a large and beautiful temple to the god of nature already.
Not my choice what other people worship. I won't stop them, but...
Oh, no, that is... I think you misunderstand. It is more curious that a farmer would do something like that. It does not make a lot of sense to me. Although I must admit don't really do much in the way of gods.
I'm sure he has his own logic, but I don't know it. Still, aside from that, there are a few other things that are around town. A couple of strangers, odd stuff, but nothing I'd say is too noteworthy. There's a vineyard if you really want to go see it.
A vineyard sounds beautiful, but you mentioned strangers.
Yeah.
What kind of strangers?
Well, Terry Rossi. He's a bit of a shut-in. Don't really see much of him, but he's got that big mansion a little towards the south of town. Looks pretty rough, so it's hard to miss, but doesn't leave very much.
Mm-hmm.
Weird things happen there. Suspicious folk think he's dangerous. I just think he's weird.
He's into that spooky magic, all of that kind of thing, huh?
He's interested in whatever he's interested in.
Got that.
And it is Terry, spelled in the annoying way.
Ah.
What? It was a randomly generated name for French. Blame the French.
I
Carry
blame the
on, right?
French for so much. What's your point?
Yeah, I know. I blame them for the phrase lingua franca. It doesn't even make sense anymore.
How many of you motherfuckers are actually French?
I'm actually probably a little French.
I have a French last name.
Have any French
Fuck
heritage?
French.
I don't think French Canadian counts.
I mean, like, France, you shit on the Eiffel Tower like you live in there. You live in the Eiffel Tower. You eat that all day.
Got it.
But
Yeah.
this is the vineyard right here.
Okay.
And this is Terry Rossi's house.
Okay. Anything strange happening at the vineyard, or is it just a good local vineyard?
It's just a local vineyard. They make some decent wines. They make a good amount of money for the town. So no one really has any complaints about them. Occasionally they'll buy up other property and they'll leave a dead patch of land, but they just sell that off to a farmer so that the manure can be used to make it better.
Hmm.
Can't stay on one patch of land for too long. Eventually it gets useless. Aside from that, not a whole lot that's too noteworthy. By all means, enjoy the town.
Will do. Pardon me. Did you... I don't know if I got your name.
My name is Gervik.
Kevik? Well met. Well, if it is that we need anything while we are in town, I will make sure that myself and my friends are headed your way. If there is anything that you should need from someone who has a bit of a workshop, something that is given to you a bit too complicated, please feel free to let me know. I'd be more than happy to assist.
Oh, I don't typically have too much in the way of mechanical things I gotta worry about. Typically, I'm just fine. Thank you, though.
Quite welcome. And Asher will make his way out with the maps.
You make your way back out over to the rest of the party, while Kaz, you have begun wandering around through town. Correct?
Yes.
What's your what's a... Actually, I should roll a check.
What? Oh.
No, this is me thinking of something.
Hmm.
Okay, that's lower than your passive. You would see that there are what appear to be a small group of young kids. The oldest looks to be like an 11-year-old boy. That are kind of like watching you, and they're trying to sneak up on you. Or like sneak up behind you. And they're all just kind of like watching.
How does Ruben react to this? Because I don't know how he... Ruben, don't scream.
You see that a few of those kids will kind of like, they'll back up a little bit, but like the 11-year-old, who looks like maybe they're the leader, they kind of like stand up a bit and they start walking towards you.
Can I help you?
Yeah, you're not from around here, right?
Yes, I'm not.
Okay. So, first off, a few of my friends, they wanted to see your monkey.
But
I
no, go ahead.
there's something weird happening in town, and I want you to help me figure something out.
Okay. What's weird?
This way. Come with me.
I've been kidnapped by kids this week.
It's kidnapping.
No.
And he'll start to lead you down a few roads leading south.
South? Where's
yes,
that?
south a little bit, like so over here.
Okay. I'm assuming Ruben is.
Try to be quiet.
Okay.
And you'll see that he starts to try and sneak up on something.
Hopefully do a better job than sneaking up on Cass.
Yes, well, no. Are you going to make a stealth check?
Oh, I didn't get a question whether to do it or not.
It's up to you, dude.
Okay, hang on. 17 plus 8.
25.
Okay.
So you are well and truly hidden while the child isn't. And you see this young boy looks around and goes, "Where did you..." Okay, alright. So, do you see that house over there? That big one?
Yeah. Yes.
And he points over at this large mansion that looks really quite run down. The exterior is badly degraded. The paint is chipping and peeling away. A few roof tiles are starting to fall off. A couple of the windows are even boarded up. It looks largely abandoned. He'll kind of look at you. He'll kind of like make a motion for you to follow with him as he starts to move closer.
Okay, I'm just gonna humor with this kid.
Look in the window. Look in the window.
Okay, calm down. I peeked through the window.
Okay. Make me a perception check, please.
Oh, I don't think she's good at that. I need to
You're
check my
not,
but perception is hang on. Oh, that's that means a +1.
You have a
so
+1.
I have a
I recall
9.
what you have. What'd you get?
It's 9. 9 in total.
9? You don't look inside. You can't see much. It's not clear, but you can see that there's stuff kind of like hanging around in the house, like from the ceiling. And you think you see kind of a short-ish form kind of moving around. And then you see there's this big, bright, glowing green light that appears suddenly in a blinding flash. And you kind of just reactively stumble and fall back.
What the heck was that?
That's it. That's the thing.
What thing?
I don't know. I don't know. There's something weird happening in there.
Have you guys looked into it?
No.
All right, fair enough.
My parents just say this is Mr. Rossi's house. That's all.
Mr. Rossi's house? Who's Mr. Rossi?
I don't know. I've never seen him around town. My friends are too scared. They won't come up to the building.
I mean, I can go check it out.
You can?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. Look, what do you want me to do?
I don't know.
I'm just gonna sneak in and check what's in there. Maybe it's just, I don't know, some superstition ghost. I don't know.
Isn't that breaking the law?
When you can't get caught, it's not considered breaking the law.
Officer, Guardsman McInerney says it's bad. We shouldn't be doing that.
Well, I'm not from around here, so I don't really care.
Oh, okay, all right. I'll be lookout. I'll be out here. I'll be out here.
Look out.
Okay. 'Cause I don't know what I'm doing, but this is Kat's instinct to go in. She's so curious right now.
Okay. So you're looking at a large, very rundown mansion. What would you like to do?
I mean, I don't want to be obvious to, like, go to the front door. Like, is there any other ways from entering inside?
So, doing a quick loop around the house, you'd see that there are two things that would immediately pique your interest. One, there's a small shed at the back. You're not sure what's in there. Two, there's a smaller, like, addition to the house that's only on the first floor. So, if you manage to climb up onto the roof of that addition, you might then be able to climb up onto the roof of the house, which could lead you to the windows on the second floor.
Okay. I'll do the second option.
Okay. Do me a favor, just make an athletics check.
Okay. Let's see. 13 plus 4, so 17.
Good. You begin to you jump, grab hold of the roof, and just muscle yourself up real quick, and then muscle yourself up onto the roof of the actual building itself. And you're now on the second floor roof, and you can see that there are some windows up here. Peering inside, you see more cluttered rooms filled with junk and stuff and furniture that have just been pushed up in here and then set aside. You peer through another window and you see another room that looks like it may have been maybe a guest room of some sort. There's a bed that's somewhere underneath a pile of various clutter, moth-eaten and falling apart. And then peering through one of the other windows, now getting to the point where you're on the front side of the building, so you could theoretically be caught if it wasn't for that 25 stealth check. You see that there is a small, there's another room that looks like it's actually lived in. There is what looks to be like a set of like lamps that have been strung up to the actual ceiling and walls. And there is like some kind of a clunky looking switch that turns it on and off. There's a small bed, a desk, papers everywhere. It's an absolute mess. And then another room where you look in and you find that it looks like a bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the bathroom's pretty clean, actually.
Do I hear anything? Like, am I inside the mansion at this point? Or...
Not yet. You'd have to open up one of the windows.
Oh, oh God! How curious is she? Oh God!
Good question. How curious is she?
Oh my God. I'm gonna make a wisdom save similar to this. No, this is a natural one, so of course not.
Okay.
Too curious.
You're going in.
Oh no. I mean, she is curious, but she's not stupid, so she's still gonna try to, like, softly open a window without getting caught, I think.
Okay. So you could do this one of two ways. Thieves' tools to try and just jimmy a lock by using like a flat probe and like unlock it. Or you could use sleight of hand to kind of like bump the lock open and lift the window up.
I think sleight of hand.
Okay, use sleight of hand then.
Okay. Do you want me to roll?
Roll whatever you want.
Okay.
Physical, digital, doesn't care. I don't care.
14 plus 8 for sleight of hand.
22.
22. So
bracing the butt of your hand up against the very like top section of one of the windows, you start pushing upwards and then bump on it twice, and you feel the lock pop open, and you just open up the window. You have free access.
Okay. Do I detect anybody upstairs?
That'll be another perception check.
Oh God, this is so much.
Huh?
No, that's a 5. I don't think she.
You don't hear anybody.
I hope Ruben is quiet right now.
Stuff his face with the plum. Like,
Well, I'm a bit nosy right now. So if I'm on the second floor, I'm assuming there's like a desk, right?
Yeah.
Of
There's.
some sort. Could I check what's like on the desk currently right now without checking the drawers at the moment?
You can. Just do me a favor, make a stealth check.
Okay, so let's see. 19 plus. Oh shit, what's my stealth again? 8.
27.
19 plus 8, so 27.
She disappears.
It's fucking gross. You're level 3.
Hey, Jolly. Hey, Jolly.
You said 19. I was like, alright, she rolled a 19. And then plus. I was like, plus.
You know how you can disappear as Thancred in certain solo duties?
Yeah.
That's what you just did.
It's fucking gnarly, dude.
It's the ninja hide ability.
Rogues are... I need to point out to you, anyone who says like
I love
rogues are
rogues.
bad or they don't like rogues, you're
They're stupid.
just objectively wrong.
wrong.
So
Wrong.
much.
Rogues are the best. I love being like I play a rogue in another on my Tuesday game.
Rogues and bards for skills, and don't even get me started about multi-class of the two.
I
Oh
have
my
a
God.
rogue bard. It's disgusting. It's very gross.
Okay. Jolly,
Yeah.
you step inside of the actual building itself and begin to very quietly creep your way through. You see on the actual desk itself, there are just numbers of papers just cluttered along the actual desk itself. And looking at them and just flicking through them, they're just... You can't understand any of this.
Okay, so it's in a different language?
It
basically?
looks like it is in a different language, but also it's like writings and mathematical formula and diagrams, and you can't understand any of this.
I'm not a nerd, so I wouldn't understand this, so... God. Okay, well, that's useless right now. Is there anything interesting in the room other than a bunch of paperwork?
You begin to kind of like poke around through the actual room itself, and you're not immediately seeing anything of note. Not right here. Not here.
Okay.
No, I take that back. What'd you roll on perception?
A 5.
Oh, never mind. You don't see anything.
Okay, fair.
You don't see anything in here. Not immediately.
Okay. I think because the boys pointed out about the kids wanted to point at the downstairs, right? Is that where the glowing source came from?
Yes, it came from downstairs.
Okay, I wanna check, but if she hears any slight of like movement or someone going upstairs, she immediately like tries to backtrack. So
Get the fuck out of there.
yeah, pretty much. It's like my nosiness is almost gonna kill me at this point. So
Okay. So, you begin creeping your way down the stairs very quietly. You just kind of peer around the corner, taking a look, and you'd see that inside this room, now that you're past the dirty windows, you can actually see what's happening in here. You can see that there are tables and metal platforms and these lengths of wire and cable that run back and forth from machine to machine. Various glass tubes and other pieces of alchemical ware are just kind of sitting around or being currently used. As you see it, there's a shorter looking individual, almost human sized, but like a little shorter. You say he's maybe like 4'6", maybe. You see that he's kind of the stocky man, just kind of making his way around. He's adjusting things, turning dials, messing around with a couple of gauges he has. And you see in the center of this room, there is a rough-hewn cut of what looks almost like an emerald. At least that's what you'd closely compare it to. It looks like an emerald still stuck in the rock itself, and it's just kind of jutting up and out of the stone. And you see that the man mumbles something to himself, writes it down on a piece of paper, and he throws a switch. And then you watch as this chunk of emerald begins to just starts glowing brighter and brighter until eventually you watch as it goes and it just breaks open and shatters the glass.
Oh.
And you hear the man curse to himself in a language you don't understand. And you see he scratches his chin. And you realize, because he had his back turned to you the entire time, he's wearing some kind of a mask. This full face mask, these 2 glass lenses, and like some kind of like a long, elongated front piece. You don't know what it is. And he just kind of uses a leather-gloved hand, brushes all the glass and bits of other material out of the way, sighs deeply, and then he moves over to a small box he has made of some kind of lead-like material, like lead or material. It's kind of a dull, metallic-looking material. You're not sure what it is. And he opens up the box and he pulls out something. It looks like this black cube. And he grabs another glass, like bell jar, sets it back down on the actual platform, puts the bell jar on top of it, and he moves back over to the switch, throws the switch again, and it glows this dull blue. Bright blue. And he throws the switch back down again. He kind of wipes his face. And he takes the bell jar off the top of it, takes the small black square, puts it back into the case, closes it, locks it. And you see him head off to a different room.
I don't understand what happened. I know he's experimenting some kind of weird stone, I guess. From what I could at least imagine what Kaz would be thinking. But it glows and it broke the glass, so I think that's like, I don't know, is it maybe considered radioactive in some case?
You don't know.
Oh, I mean, he's wearing a mask for a reason. I don't think she would want to press anymore. Because if she enters in, I think it's just hazardous to go in. Especially I think she overstayed her welcome, so she's gonna head back out. Just to not worry the kids anymore. It's not like I'm captured or anything.
You realize it's about time to make your escape. You head back upstairs, back to that window you opened up, hop out, close the window behind you, and then make your way back over to that first floor roof, hop down, then hop off. You make your way back over to the boy.
Well, that was weird.
What'd you see?
I don't know, it's some I think dwarf man working on some stone? Yes? I don't know, it was science tech work, I guess. Can't make most of it, to be honest.
Okay. Alright. Okay. Thanks, lady.
Oh, okay. Honestly, I don't know what he's working on, but I don't know. I don't know if it's a good thing.
Okay. Alright. Thanks, lady. I'm gonna... Thank you. And he runs away.
Oh, okay. Well, that was weird, Ruben. Right? Oh. I mean, at least the kids didn't touch you. I think you would kill them.
Ruben would not have been pleased.
You wouldn't. Well, that was enough snooping, but I didn't steal anything recent, so...
No,
I guess I'll just head back to the group.
Okay.
To be
You
honest.
head back to the
that
group.
video I posted in memes
Um,
yesterday, it would have been that, except Ruben with the kid.
Fizzy,
Yes.
you made your way over to the store that has what appears to be a deer standing out front.
Yeah. As
What
I
do you
walk
do?
over, I'm casting talk with animals, speak with animals,
Mm-hmm.
because that's who I am as a person.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna walk up to the buck. Hey, buddy.
Hello there.
What's your name?
My name?
Yeah.
They call me Handsome.
Handsome. Oh, it's a good name. It's a good name.
I think so.
I have a question.
Yes.
You're here. You've been here a long time, right?
Yes.
Well, we're looking for people, and I was wondering, have you seen anything weird? Any weird groups? Any mean people coming through lately?
Yes.
Oh, who?
Matter of fact, I saw what looked to be a cart.
Oh,
Bunch of strangers in it.
okay.
That was weird.
When was this?
A few minutes ago.
I was in that cart. We're not. We're not. No, no. That's not. I met before that. That was me and my friends. We're
Huh.
not. We're a little weird, but that's fine.
Huh. All right.
Anything else?
Well, Let me see what let me see what he remembers. No. No. No, I can't think of anything else.
Well, it's okay, buddy. You're still a good buck. Just like pat, pat, pat.
Thank you. I've been told that too.
That's okay.
They call me
thank-
They call me handsome, then they call me good boy. I don't know what either of those mean.
They're good things. That means you're good.
All right. Thank you. It's very nice.
Pat, 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 pat on the like snout, the horn on the nose, and she'll just say thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there any other animals? I've got
Yeah.
this for like I've got no. I'm asking you, Connor.
There are other animals?
Yeah, like that I can see nearby.
Yeah, you'd probably have to wander a little further, like away from the edge of town, away from the center of town to get towards them, because like that you're talking about like ranches at that point.
She's trying to figure out to see if anyone's seen anything weird, and she doesn't relate to people very well, so she's trying to ask animals if they've seen anything.
Okay.
And speak with animals, I think, lasts for an hour or so.
It does.
So, she's got an
So
hour.
I'll have you roll animal handling to see if you can convince any animals to tell you to talk to you.
Okay. I think I'm good at that.
It lasts
Should
10
be.
minutes, actually.
Only 10. Well, I can cast it again. It's fine.
And
Yeah.
it is a ritual spell.
Mhm.
Yeah. Hold on. I mean, attributes. Okay, yes. Animal. Oh yeah, I am good. It's a +6 for me. Can I guide myself?
Yep.
For this? Okay. Oh, I rolled a 19 on the die. So 19 plus 3, so 22 plus 6, so 29.
28.
No, 28. I'm sorry.
How'd you get a 6 from a guidance?
That's the bonus.
No, the +3 was the guidance. I rolled a 19 on the die.
Oh, okay. That
I
makes
rolled
more
a
sense.
+3, so 22 + 6. It was 6 was my animal handling.
Yeah, you will manage to find what looks to be a sparrow. And it will sit still long enough to talk to you. And it looks at you and goes, "So you're looking for strangers?"
Yes. But not
Yeah, I've
strangers
seen
that
some.
just came in. Strangers
Yeah,
that
I've
came
seen
in.
some. Yeah.
Oh? Oh,
Yeah.
what kind of strangers?
I don't know. I don't go near them.
Where were
But they got a shiny thing. I keep seeing
Shiny?
it flashing I keep seeing it flashing when I'm sitting in town.
Do you know where they are?
I see it down by the woods near the south.
Okay. Okay, that's really, really helpful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
No problem.
I need to start carrying, like, food for animals. I gotta
You
look
probably
at that.
should.
Yeah, I should go. And after she gets that information, she'll, like, turn and walk back to the group.
Okay. Darius, Asher, Granny, and Rot. You guys are all at the cart.
Mm-hmm.
Cody, I'll get to you in a second. You guys managed to get a hold of some maps, namely the one for the town, and the general world map, which that was made by. Let me double check to make sure I get her name right. I don't want to screw this up because they did a very, very good job, and I do appreciate their work. eMapMaker ttrpg on Twitter. They did a very good job.
Thank you.
You have yourself 2 maps. You head back out of the Bruised Ribs. What do you want to say to your team? Or friends, or companions. Whatever you want to call them.
So, here's what we are working with. There are a few places that seem like they would be interesting. Couple places to eat. Couple places that we could potentially stop. As far as places of interest, there is an individual by the name of Daro Lashok. He is a farmer, but he, instead of praying to at the temple here, he has made his own area of a few different shrines. It seems a bit suspicious. There's probably something there. There's an individual, Tari Rossi. He has a mansion to the south of town. Supposedly weird things are going on there. It seems like it is probably some place that we should check out. It is just north of the other place, which is a vineyard. Supposedly nothing is going on there, but it could easily be just as suspicious. So, these are the 3 places. If we're going to check out something, this may be the best place to go.
Okay.
It is getting late, so most likely we should pick one that we are going to check out tonight.
Well, the farmer would be most likely held on the outskirts of town, right? That's what we decided.
It would make the most sense. All 3 of these places are on the outside of town. Fairly
Yes.
easy in and out.
But the vineyard and the Darrow place would be a little bit more secluded.
Where?
The mansion would probably have more space, though.
This person, this Rossi, he is a bit of a known quantity. It was just described as being a bit odd. But he is not seen.
Well,
It is... Go ahead, Darius.
I say we can flip a coin to decide.
Well, probably... I think between the two, I don't think that Rossi probably has anything to do with this specifically. But we may just want to look.
Well,
I think between the vineyard and the farmer.
Yeah, that would be my guess right now.
Who would
One of
like to
those-
flip a coin?
Already typing it in.
Darius?
1 or 2. Which one's the vineyard? Which one's...
Vineyard is 1.
Okay. Vineyard it is.
We go to the vineyard. We can head south, go potentially past this Rossi's place just to see what it looks like. Do we want to go on foot, or do we want to... If we're trying to not be suspicious, might be better to leave the caravan here.
I think we should not be suspicious in a very small town.
Yes. They're already kind of looking at us. We don't want to be broadcasting our location if the bandits are there.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to, be like, hey, we're here. Kill us.
Can you
Wait.
make it look like there's still people in the cart?
Good.
Because if it looks like there's people in there, if people are looking for adventurers with a cart, and we do leave it here, they'll think we left people here and are more likely to not follow us. And the cart's pretty, beefy. It'll be okay.
Well, nobody can get into it. Not without my permission. We could easily... We will put it... we will park right next to the temple. At least in the square. Next to where the office is for the authorities. Not to dissuade anyone who is a professional criminal, more to keep people who are keeping an eye on things to think maybe we are less suspicious or just more stupid. All right. So Asher's gonna park the caravan. Get my mouse right like here.
Okay.
And Asher will make a couple extra windows appear, and he's just gonna instruct Rizzy to occasionally walk by the light just to make it look like there are, various people. Have a couple. Have the spider. So we're gonna have Jacques, and then we're gonna have the duck, which nobody has seen yet. The clockwork duck is gonna go walking by a couple of the windows too. Asher's got like 3 or 4 clockwork ducks.
So you're basically reenacting the
Home Alone.
the scene from Home Alone.
Yeah, absolutely.
We appear to be missing some of our friends now.
I will put a note, actually, Rizzy. If any of our friends happen to come by, would you be so kind as to let them know where we are headed? Thank you, Rizzy.
What? Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
Yeah,
I was just
Tana.
asking Rizzy to let anybody who comes by know where they're going.
I just assumed she was still being shy.
Yeah, probably.
I was thinking.
Yeah, that's all right. All right. Everyone, grab whatever gear it is that you need. Feel free if you wish to leave anything of value that you do not want on your person. Here in the cart, it will be safe. But I would be ready for trouble in case trouble should find us.
I will say, Fizzy,
Yes.
You will get back to the team at this point. Kaz, I'll have to get back to you later because you spent a little bit more time doing something.
Mm-hmm.
So, Fizzy, you'll make your way back to the team at this point.
Fizzy, there you are. Perfect timing. We are about to head to the south and check out the vineyard.
Bird told me, a little birdie told me. A little
Hold
birdie
up.
told me.
An actual little birdie or a person?
Yes. No. An actual, a sparrow. Actually, told me they saw some people with something shiny down south, outside the town. I don't know.
Well, that is good. That is the direction we are headed. Did they say specifically where?
They just said they didn't say specifically where. They said just out down south.
They said they saw them in the woods.
in the woods. Yeah, they're like in the trees, in the woods.
Well, that is the direction we are headed. That actually might be a good... We shall check the woods first, unless anybody...
Tana,
Yes.
this vineyard, what kind of vineyard is it?
Wine vineyard. It's grapes. It's a grape wine vineyard.
The only woods would be the ones about the back of the Machan.
Yeah, like is this a woods?
No, that is an orchard.
Okay.
A badly overgrown orchard. The woods are literally outside of town.
Ah.
So it's like off the map. Okay.
Yeah. You actually, Cass, at about this point you will arrive.
Where? At the
With
cart?
the party. Yeah,
Oh,
with the party.
okay.
You will also note Tana is not here.
I mean, my rolls are still good, but they're slowly getting worse. Like 1 or 2 at a time.
They're slowly getting worse, but Tana is not near the cart.
Where's
at all.
Tana?
I don't know.
Not sure where they went.
I guess she wandered off a little while ago.
This group has communication
He's an
issues,
adult.
and I am not helping in that department.
No.
Asher is working on it. We haven't gotten there yet.
Tana's an adult bunny, I think. So, didn't really think to ask.
What if she gets kidnapped?
Well,
I
out of
do
everyone
agree we
to
should stick together.
Actually, to be fair, she did kill a few people, so I'm not.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say, Kaz. Out of everyone here, she's the one who did the most killing. I worry the least for her.
That's fair.
This is something, especially if we stick together, this is something I can take care of in the future. And Asher will point. This aircraft, I can communicate openly with people. I have not built them in a bit. I would have to tune them to all speak on the same wavelength, but we can do this in the future.
Okay.
But for now,
And 1 lower.
Reminds me,
Well-
actually. That actually
It's
reminds
getting worse.
me. Did you ever finish those goggles that you said you were gonna make?
Asher will. I will have Jacques. He will bring them down.
I don't need them now. I'm fine now.
Well, you can have them on your person. That way, when you need them, you need them. Daras?
This is for Connor. Hey, Connor, since Kaz has brought up that we have not seen Tana in a while, she just wants to make sure that Tana's not, sitting somewhere watching us. Because that's something she would do.
Fair enough. Perception check.
I'm gonna do it on the computer. I don't feel like doing the math in my head.
Can I? I'm gonna let you do that. Then I want.
20. Dirty 20.
Now, the way to really mess with people would be to have me do a hidden stealth roll. Except you don't even know if it's related.
You do not see Tana anywhere nearby. At all.
Could I proc my suspicious minds feature and see if there's anyone around us in the vicinity that might I don't know, be linked to Tana not being here in some way. Like, just someone not... Well, someone... All I can really read is if someone's doing something they shouldn't be, but...
Okay. You provoke suspicious minds, and...
Oh, wait, shit. Can you delete that?
Okay. Oh, you did. It's good.
Yeah.
Okay. You provoke suspicious minds, and no one immediately nearby feels guilt for something they have done.
Okay. No one around here is suspicious. But we should probably find her. I think it would be better if we stuck together if we're gonna go investigate somewhere.
This is probably a good idea. Cause we are planning, after we find Tana, and heading south to the vineyard. It is just south of... There is a weird mansion that we might look at as well. It belongs to a Rossi, a Terry Rossi.
Oh, about that.
Ah, you have information?
I guess you could say that.
You broke in, didn't you?
The good kind of information.
Wait,
I like
wait,
this.
you gotta ruin this fun, okay?
There is nothing wrong with doing a bit of investigating. This is perfectly normal.
I mean, yes, I did.
Investigating, or was she stealing?
I didn't steal anything in there. I did sneak in there, though.
What did you find?
Well, it's paperwork I couldn't understand, so I guess it's a bunch of blueprints of some sort.
Blueprints.
I did find downstairs, because the kids were gossiping about it, that there's some weird stone-looking... I don't know. Connor, would you describe it as like some kind of like geode-looking?
A geode, like a rough cut gem that's still like in the stone. Both of those would be pretty good descriptions.
Okay, so like some kind of massive geode. This dwarf this dwarf man, I guess. I don't know. I couldn't see his face, but he was wearing a mask. Testing.
What kind of
something?
mask?
Is it like a gas mask, or is it some sort of like hazmat looking mask?
The closest you would know is to like maybe a gas mask, and you've only seen like a few of them like as like illustrations. You don't see them. They're not common things in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah. I guess gas mask, I guess. I didn't really go close up to the stone, to be honest. I was scared to be caught, or at least if there was some kind of chemical happening in the room. I'm not too sure.
You didn't smell any sort of weird smells, anything sweet, anything... Maybe a bit that shook you off or nothing like that?
I don't know, Connor, would she have smelled something?
No, you don't recall any smells.
No, mostly just blinding green and blue light. I don't know, the small figure kind of like casually just changed the color of the stone. It did broke at one point though.
Changing a color of a stone. How
Yeah.
was he doing this?
I don't know, like a black hue of some sort. I think he put in some sort of machine thing.
A machine?
I don't know. It's so weird, man.
Alright.
Guys,
Huh?
Hold on.
Connor, I had a natural 20, not a natural, a dirty 20 perception, and I didn't notice something.
This is not on you.
5 plus 7 for 12, I deflect that.
Oh, very good.
Cody, what are you doing?
Let me actually read the
All right,
specific wording.
Cody, you and I will go back to our text
Let me read the
conversation.
specific wordings. Oh.
So there is a machine. Can Asher... Because Asher... paying direct attention to every little thing that Cass is saying.
Yeah.
Does Asher have any idea what kind of There's some kind of fucking science going on here.
I can tell you with confidence that this is a branch of science that you guys have never heard of before.
On it.
All right.
Yes.
We will investigate.
Would it be close enough to alchemy in the sense of turning things like normal metals to gold that Deus could try to connect it? Since she has an alchemy skill, but it's rusty.
I will say, you guys can both roll Knowledge Arcana
My Arcana
to
shit.
see if you can, like, piece something together, maybe?
Give me high.
Natural 20.
That's the natural 20 plus Arcana, which I'm proficient in, which is a 5 for 25.
Okay.
Only a 16.
So, it has to have something to do with magic energy in some way or shape or form, but you've never heard of anything like this. This is whoever this guy is, he's secluded himself and he's trying something completely different.
Okay.
You've never heard of this. It's not reported. This isn't alchemy. Like, especially not the traditional lead to gold style alchemy, Jess. You've never heard of that. It's not a thing.
It wouldn't be anything power source related, would it? Because Asher's looking for the blueprints that went missing.
You don't know. You don't think so.
I don't think so.
No, because what Kaz described sounds like a man who's trying to figure something out, not a man trying to make something. It doesn't sound like someone who's creating an object. It sounds like a guy who's researching.
Okay.
We'll circle back to that once we're done in the vineyard.
This is research. This does not sound like it sees anything particularly evil in any sort of way. We will want to meet him, though, at some point. Thank you for the information, Cass.
Yep.
Alright. So, we will at least look past as we go to check out this vineyard. But nobody knows where Tana is at the moment. Should we go look for them?
Yes.
Cass, we're with you.
Oh, she's kind of conspicuous. We can maybe ask if someone's seen a little rabbit run by.
Oi.
Or do you have any other ideas of what she might have been doing? Kaz, you know her a lot better than we do.
I don't know. Can I roll for that? If she maybe get a glimpse of what Anna could be doing right now? Connor.
Yeah, that would effectively be insight. You're trying to kind of figure out their mentality.
Oh boy, insight. That's not a good roll. Hang on.
Sorry.
Hang on. Where did I? Oh, it's right here. Okay. Well, it's a -1. No, that's actually not that bad. It's a 16 in total. So
That's actually really good.
Okay. Knowing Tana, they are impulsive to a point. It's a different breed of impulsive than you are, though.
yeah.
It's inquisitive. You have the urge to do things and to steal things. Tana has the urge to find out things, especially things that are curious, according to her. So she could have wandered off somewhere if she figured out that there was something weird and wanted to go figure it out.
Well, I didn't see her on the way here, so she's not at the south. She could either be in the north. Is there anything interesting in the east or west area of town?
That shrine area is to the west.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a shrine, but then up north is the what is up north? I guess I didn't check.
There's
not
just the
much.
train tracks, the pub. We are pretty much in the north of town, as is. most everything of interest would be to the south, to the southwest. The southeast looks like it is mostly field, and it is train tracks as well.
God, Tana, where'd you go?
I'd like to look around and see if I can see any signs, any direction that Tana went.
That'd be a survival check.
Yes.
This is good. I will give up.
Can I guide myself, Connor?
I will say in this case, no.
Okay.
Because this is
Can
not
I-
a moment. What was it?
Can I help? Because my survival's not good, but
Yes, you can assist.
Okay.
roll at advantage then.
I will not allow guidance because this is a moment of the This is the moment of the thing where you're like, okay, we need to figure this out now.
Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Asher's-
This is why I ask every time.
Yeah. You put it on the helmet.
Yeah, Asher's popping on helmet. Out of anything, what did I complete anything of that list that I gave you?
Let me check. One gun,
Okay.
one shell,
Okay.
helmet, some progress, handgun,
Okay.
some progress.
Okay,
20.
cool.
Found a 20,
Dirty 20, yeah.
dirty 20.
Fortunately, her first stealth was higher.
Yeah, you will be able to follow Tana's prints up to a certain point, because there was a moment where she was not hiding, and then it looks like as she got closer towards the south edge of town, she started hiding.
Hey Connor,
Yes.
you gave me footprints.
I did give you footprints.
Question can't for clue.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're all geared up and we're out of the cart now, following you guys. I'm assuming.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I also need to work on that.
Granny, quick question for you.
Yes.
How perceptive are you?
When I can see, maybe a little better than most. That's
I am-
12 passive.
Interesting.
Put a number to it.
If I was to put a number to it, I would say +2.
In this case, let me give you this. Asher is going to hand you his night vision goggles.
Ah, sweet, thanks.
For the moment, use while we are trying to track Tana. Feel free to use these. I am only about average in terms of noticing things. Darius tells me I am shit at noticing obvious things if I am not investigating. So
Well,
I'll keep an eye.
Thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Please keep an eye behind. I missed someone the last time, and I do not want to take a bullet to the chest again.
Yes, I will keep up the rear guard.
Connor,
Yes.
where Tana's prints disappeared. Because I don't want to hit my clue there directly unless I have to, because it's only a 45-foot radius.
Okay. You will be able to see that there's a certain point where they start heading off into the forest. And at that point, you see that there's a second set of tracks, bright green. And those second set of tracks turn and run the other direction.
Which direction do they turn?
South-southwest.
Busy. I got different tracks for you to follow. Can you follow those ones?
I will point out, these tracks are only visible to you because you had clue up. These tracks are very well hidden. This guy snuck away very well.
It looks like both of them are in the woods.
Yep, they're both going into the woods.
Can I do another survival check to see if I can see those?
I'll have you
Like-
make another survival check.
Because I've been pointed. Do I
Yeah,
get
do
help
they-
again?
Because I did point out where they are.
I'll give it to you.
I think we're heading to the woods.
Mm-hmm.
So natural 20.
Oh!
I'm like so 26.
Okay. 26. You will be able to track those footsteps that you saw before, and you will see something interesting. For about, I will say, 5 minutes. Judging by how their pace, they kept moving in one direction relatively quickly. And at a certain point, they stopped. They grabbed hold of a tree nearby, and you find a small splash of blood on the ground. very small. And on that small splash of blood, from the green set of tracks, not Tana, you will see that there is bark that is damaged, and there is a small, faint hole in the tree line up above, where it looks like they escaped up. They flew.
They flew up.
What the fuck?
Look.
What the fuck?
God, did
Tana's,
I ever...
Tana's prints, on the other hand, keep heading south-southwest.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's more to Kaz. Did you use that potion I gave you? That spider potion?
No.
Can I have it?
Okay.
I want to climb the tree.
What?
I want to climb the tree.
Why do you need to climb the tree? I can also climb the tree.
Oh, you can't. Okay, you climb the tree then. Never mind. You're better.
Okay, may I have a round of perception checks from everybody, please?
Including me?
Got it.
Or no?
Okay.
No, not you, Cody. Not you.
How is the light right now?
It is dim at best. It is
Okay.
getting closer to dark.
Disadvantage
further-
for Asher now since I don't have goggles.
Disadvantage for you, Asher.
Yep.
Not great. I rolled.
I got a nat 1. Minus 1.
It's
You don't sound so happy when you say that.
Two.
I'm gonna climb a tree. Of course I'm not like.
Okay.
It's alright.
I rolled an 18.
rolled exactly average, so a 10 on the die for 16.
I got a 2
Ooh.
for 2.
Got an 8, and Darius got a 22.
Darius.
Okay.
Darius has a +6.
I mean, yeah.
18, 22, 16. You guys will all become very aware that while Kaz is getting ready to climb the tree, are you going to use the potion or no?
No,
Oh,
I'm just gonna
Okay,
climb.
you're not going to
normally.
use the potion. Okay, I just wanted to check. As Kaz is getting ready to climb the tree, and everybody else seem a little distracted, you can hear a noise of crashing through brush, and then a gap in the noise, and then a thump, and then crashing through brush quickly.
Direction.
South-southwest.
Probably go that.
Weapons out.
I think our flying.
Be sneaky.
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking about.
Follow along.
Do we want to
You-
be sneaky?
Yes.
Probably for the best, yes.
Okay, pass without a trace.
Oh fuck.
All right, you guys all have Path Without a Trace on.
Asher can't see, so disadvantage since we're going through brush.
Disadvantage on stealth?
I can't see where I'm going.
Yeah, it's true.
Bold of you to think someone's not guiding you.
It is basically, the idea is you can't necessarily see your steps, so unless
Yeah.
you're moving very slowly, you can't make, it doesn't work as well.
Yeah.
All right.
It's okay, because my first roll was my worst one anyway, so it didn't really matter.
The hell
Everybody
did you-
roll. You get +10 to
What
whatever
the heck
you
did
roll.
Asher roll?
Oh no. Asher made
One better
great
than my
trip.
perception check. So,
I rolled a 5 total. Plus 10, 15. Oops.
Wow.
Connor, are you still
Rattled.
climbing the tree?
It's up to you. Do you want to climb the tree, or because you can hear everybody else going, guns out, weapons out.
Yeah, I'm
Like,
still
it's up
climbing
to
the
you.
tree. I'm still climbing
Okay.
the tree.
Okay. I just needed to check.
Okay.
Needs to have a sick point to jump out from to attack them.
Fair
Right.
enough. Athletics from you, Kaz.
I need to check my attributes again.
That's a 17
What
on plus 10, so 27 for Rot.
Fuck!
I rolled an 8 plus 10 for 18.
17 plus 2 for 19 plus 10, 29.
Okay.
That's a 3 from Asher, plus 3 for 6.
Plus 10
Plus
for
10,
16.
16!
Trace
Still so bad.
It
was
did
so
worse
bad.
than Asher.
Yes!
2
Humans
plus 3
fucking
plus
it.
10, 15.
Yes!
Oh,
Humans
God.
fucking it up for everybody.
Yeah.
Here
And I could see.
we go. You could see.
Oh.
Hi.
Happy without a trace, baby.
It's
Good.
a
Hopes.
fucking good thing.
It's a good thing. Also, Connor, could Cass do acrobatics if she's better at acrobatics?
So, the reason why you do athletics in one situation, acrobatics in another, athletics is specifically for like climbing up to a situation. Once it gets to the point where Kaz is making like balancing and moving along like a high up place, that becomes acrobatics because at that point she's maintaining her balance.
Got it. I missed which part
Also,
of the
there
thing she was
is
doing.
a
Yeah.
rogue
Thank you.
subclass.
There is a rogue ability that lets you
specifically
climb with acrobatics, so if you let that happen, it kind of makes
Thief
that.
gets just
Yeah,
climbing.
Thief does
Yeah.
that.
Gotcha.
That's why I'm a little apprehensive about it.
Gotcha.
I got a 30-20 for climbing a tree.
Got it. You hustle your way up the tree. You almost make your way up about 10 to 20 feet.
Mhm.
You are effectively up a tree. Only
do I still need to roll stealth though?
no, it's fine. Yeah, actually, roll a stealth check with advantage.
16 plus 8.
what was-
You'll get
what
that
was-
plus 10.
Yeah, what was the lowest stealth check?
15, I think.
Yeah.
Got it.
However, this can still end up.
Here's how we can still win.
Well, Granny's at the back, and Asher's one spot in front of her, and that's a 15 and a 16 between the two of them at the back.
Well, Darius didn't do that much.
Kaz, buddy.
I got 34.
34.
Well, because I have 16 plus 8, so that's 24 plus 10 with pass without a trace.
She's within 30 feet. She's within 30
Yeah.
feet, so it counts.
Yeah.
Well, she was within 30 feet when you cast
Whoa,
it, so
cast
it's
it,
just
yeah.
it's
Wild.
Fucking rogues, I love
Rogue,
it.
Rogue can pass without a trace. Broken.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think I had it on Daya?
So, you guys are all stealth. You're all well hidden. And you guys, Asher, since you have the lowest light vision, you guys will begin to hear the sound of something crashing towards the trees and brush towards you, in your area, towards your direction. And you are all well hidden. The thing crashing through the brush towards you does not hear or see you, but you can tell it is a humanoid shape. But the drow can see it is a small rabbit folk that is charging towards you.
Tana.
How does Tana look?
Uninjured.
They look okay, uninjured, but they look like they are in a bit of a panic as they're starting to run away fast.
Tana, this way, this way, this way, this way. Get back to the group.
Do you actually say?
Anna, oh my god, what have you been doing?
It.
You know how cats' eyes get blown out? Does Tana's do that? I know she's
It's
not
a-
a cat.
Rabbits
Rabbits get
actually have maybe marginally better vision in the dark than humans. So.
So their eyes are literally, her eyes are dilated like a human's are, which means almost completely black.
Like, if you've ever seen a scared rabbit, like you can see like white all around.
If you said something, she would not stop but say, "Stay hidden. People are coming. Try to ambush me in the woods. You can ambush them."
At that moment, Asher is going to put one of his ducks on the ground, and in a place where they can put an ambush, we're going to create a firing barrier.
I say a duck. Oh yeah, your rubber
And
duckies.
she-
I
Yeah,
forgot.
She will slow
Yep.
down,
Sandbags.
but keep like moving at least for a little bit longer, because she knows at least one person has a longbow, so she wants to keep most of the people up and not let them set up and take shots at her.
Okay. You cast your spell using the duck and activate the sandbags, creating a wall of cover. And Tana begins to slow down. I need perception checks from everybody again.
Can I give myself guidance, Connor?
Damn it.
Oh no, I can't.
Okay.
At
I'm
20.
That's a 20 from Granny.
15.
Not
11 plus 4.
15.
But then again, I'm
Okay.
still not immediately there.
I think is this my first nat 20 of the campaign?
Might be.
Well, it might have been the second one. I have to check the notes. I usually write down when I'm at. Yeah.
That's a 6 from Rot, but a 23 from Darius.
Got it.
I caught myself. I almost said mercy.
Almost.
22 from Fizzy.
Got it. Asher.
If only it wasn't. I had a natural 20 for my first one. But I did get a 12 plus 0 for 12.
Kaz, what'd you get?
I got 14.
Okay. You're still up the tree.
Yeah.
All of you grow tense and brace up, staying hidden as best you can. Some coming a little closer towards the sandbag wall so that you can have a proper location to fire from. You strain your ears and eyes, trying to pick out targets in the night. Nothing. They didn't follow Tana.
Though they're following pretty close.
They were following pretty close up till a point. And then they stopped. Fortunately, Tana has a low perception, so
I mean, passive is 14.
Yeah, and you realize that no one's coming in this direction. Not right now.
From.
Hmm?
Where did you come from?
This would be after a few minutes of waiting, probably.
Yeah, when we realize no one's coming.
I figured I'd look for people who are watching us coming into town. Didn't see anyone by the gate, but saw a glint in the forest. There was someone there looking through a spyglass, but they disappeared using some sort of magic. But I found their footprints and followed them. Since we didn't establish exactly how far she was traveling, like how long she walked following the footprints.
We will say maybe 30 minutes.
She still doesn't have a concept of time.
That's fair. Not terribly far out of town.
Let me
Maybe
see.
a mile, two.
Let me do some quick computational math based off of averages. She'd have a slightly faster average walking speed. And
Only Cody.
say a bit over 2 miles. Followed those tracks, but apparently they have papers spread throughout the forest. As I came to a clearing by a stream, someone made a call of a bird that's not quite from the area, and fired some arrows at me. Caught one, other missed, and I fired back and took off running. Could hear at least half a dozen people giving chase. More from the area, and I ran until I met up with you. Pretty safe.
Well, now that you have backup, should we go and pursue them?
Pretty safe to say they have a good network in the area. And with half of us not able to stay in the dark, they'd have the advantage.
saying we come back in the morning. It might be... They know we're here.
Not necessarily, but if we do go tonight, we'd need to draw their attention back in some direction that we're not headed in.
Well, if we stay in the caravan, we can at least know who is watching us. And we can be safe while it is that we sleep. That is, if you want to wait until the morning.
I don't know if we do. That's the thing.
They are very good at saying people. At least some of them.
Well, what does everyone think?
An hour later doesn't make much difference to me.
Here's the question. Do we think that they are connected to this group? Do we think that by waiting until the morning that they are going to move the farmer?
They might.
It is a high possibility. But at the very least, in the day, we will be able to see if they have moved anybody anywhere.
If they're moving as a large group, they'll be slower.
This is true. And they will have to rest.
But if we give them the night, they could still move out before we get there.
Recklessly going forward in a situation where we're not prepared only kills us all.
Are we gonna be more prepared in the morning?
We can see. At least I can.
At the very least, the majority of you can see.
At least we will be on even footing. Plus, if we are making chess of somebody, I can chase anybody down. The caravan does not have to rest.
For them to move quickly, even in the night, would leave behind things, because you can only do so much while trying to move quickly.
Plus, they would be moving people. Anytime you are moving people, it is not easy to do and not leave a trace.
They only saw me. Not any of ya.
Can anyone who... And Asher's gonna drop his voice a little bit. Can anyone see anybody looking at us at this moment? Cass, if you can hear us, could you take a look up where you are?
Okay.
Because I cannot see shit.
I have dark vision, but it's still black and white technically.
Yes.
Just
But you
look,
can
really
see.
just... Asher's just asking if you guys can see anybody who's watching us right now.
I can roll a perception check again. So let me double check. That's a natural 20.
Yes, let's go, Cass!
That deep inhale is how you know.
It's a natural 20 or a natural 1 if you hear that.
It's both at the same time.
You can say with confidence that there is no one watching you. Not just because you don't see anybody, but also you don't feel any hackles rising on the back of your neck. They almost certainly did not follow Tana at a certain point. They just stopped.
Okay. I think we're good. I don't
So-
sense anybody.
I would like anybody here who thinks that their character could think in a more tactical manner to roll an intelligence check.
Already on it.
Just a flat intelligence.
Flat intelligence.
Fuck. It's only a 7.
Granny,
Sorry, 8.
why?
I'm
Why am I rolling
doing
shit
it
in this
from
moment?
the
Anyway.
standpoint of Tana has
the understanding
Tana
of people.
understands people and also snuck with her friend into town to play pranks on Faye.
This is fair, and I will say, Jess, yes, Darius absolutely falls into that category.
Oh, I'm just doing a flat 20 roll because it's fighting me, and then I'll add my plus
16
4.
plus 1,
Okay.
17.
17 from Cody.
So
Okay,
13
roll.
total. Cody
13.
would best.
I rolled a
Asher,
3.
Asher and Granny. This kind of a situation makes you nervous, but you can't place why.
Oh, I
Tana-
just can't see. I'm stressed.
Yeah. Tana and Darius. For one, it would be fair to assume that yes, those are the bandits in question. They match up location, they match up in quite a few other things, but the biggest thing is that the odds of them not being those bandits are bad, because that would mean that there have to be two bandits in the same area that are also outwardly hostile to a group of adventurers. That's weird. That wouldn't make
And
sense.
not actively trying to kill each other for territory.
Yeah, like that's got to be them. And that leads you to your second thought, which is more worrying. They are almost certainly the folks that you're talking about, which means this is effectively a hostage situation. They have the farmer, they have the wife, which means the longer you let it sit, the more their well-being comes into question.
Yeah.
Tana,
Yeah.
question.
Yeah.
Which way? This is at Tana, Connor.
Okay.
You'll probably have to answer for Tana, but in character. Which way? What directions were you going in the woods when you ran into them?
South-southwest.
I could specify specifically south-southwest, and then at a certain point you hit a stretch of the stream that was too big to cross without making a lot of noise, so you then had to loop around, which led you in a southerly direction towards what then occurred.
You said stream?
A stream.
There's a stream?
There must be one further in. Maybe at least to a pond.
It's probably safe to assume that is the line where they have their defenses behind. Can't cross a stream without going in the open in most places. Gave them clear line of sight, and if they stopped following me, they probably stopped around there. Doesn't make sense to split your forces like that.
So what you are all saying is we should probably go now to make sure that they will live today morning. Now that they know that there are adventurers in town.
Whatever they have them for, it doesn't really profit them to kill, but if they try to run, it'll slow them down having to drag them along.
If they feel like they're gonna get caught, they're gonna run. And when they run, they'll kill people.
It would be better if these people were not dead.
Well, if we go now, we can still be extra sneaky.
Wait,
But
we
I
go
don't
slow?
know- We go slow. I don't know if there's anywhere to hide to get past there. If there's that clearing, that stream, they probably cleared it out.
They didn't fire.
we won't know until we see it.
Well, they didn't
Cody,
fire
go.
until I was at a easier to cross part of stream. They might not think to look if they go a bit in the opposite direction to where it's more difficult. Just need a way of crossing the water silently.
More silent with this magic helps us be silent.
How deep is the water?
So
I probably could not see in the light.
Yeah, you really couldn't judge, mostly because Tana's a rabbit folk. They don't have dark vision. So Tana couldn't judge, unfortunately.
Deep enough, I have a trick. Well, one of the many I carry on me. But it's only good for one person. If we needed someone to scout around the water, if we think they're near the water, that is, it's possible I could get them under the water and stay under the water for a while, but the water needs to be deep enough where that would be viable. What's up, Rat? Oh, yeah, there's also familiars. Wait. You have your familiar on you, right?
Oh, we've got that thing.
Can... I'm sorry, his name is Frog, right? Can Frog turn into a bird?
Probably. I don't know. Do familiars work like that, right? That's how familiars work. You can just
So-
be like, you're a bird now.
So effectively, the way a familiar works is, if you wanted to change its shape, you do the ritual again to make it change its shape, and it's that until you do the ritual again to change it back, or what have you.
I think technically it doesn't cost anything to change what the form of the familiar is. It only costs to summon it.
No.
Like, you still need the stuff, but
Yes.
it's not expended.
Yeah.
Well,
It just-
a
it's
ferret
a-
is still
it's a-
pretty sneaky, I would imagine.
A ferret is absolutely sneaky. And in theory, Joe, you're not gonna like what I'm about to say. In theory, you could tell Frog to go and swim across the deep water.
Those good swimmers.
I was about
Ferrets
to say,
can swim.
I was gonna say, I wasn't sure if ferrets are one of those animals that when they are immersed in water, they have a heart attack and die.
No.
No.
Is there a creature that-
Rabbits can swim, but you're not supposed to bathe them. But
Ferrets actually tend to like swimming.
Yep. And wild ferrets will swim typically out of necessity. So yes, it can, and it's only stream. So I'm not really gonna be like, well, Frog was swept over by a wave, dies. No,
All the
like,
frogs swimming.
no, like it's a stream. It is a very mellow current. Frog can handle it. They may get pushed a little ways down, but that's not a big deal.
And when it's done, you can dismiss Frog and summon it back right next to you.
Just
So
summon them
don't
back.
even need to make the return trip.
Yep. So you got options.
And Physic can also wild shape.
Yes. They're also and don't let this interrupt you, Jill. You can speak after I bring this up. There are a few other things that you guys know that you have as options. So familiars, yes, absolutely. You could use wild shape and send Fizzy in. But you also know for a fact the stealthiest member of this party is Kaz. But that would mean that you'd be sending in Kaz alone.
I don't feel comfortable doing that. I just had the funniest image. So, what are natural predator ferrets?
Basically any carnivore that's bigger than it.
Busy wild shaped into a bird.
no.
Could she carry him across the water and then make it look like she dropped her prey and lit?
She definitely could. There's one problem. You only unlock flying wild shapes at a certain level.
Level 8.
God damn it.
Yep.
Wow.
So we're
Not
too
that
far
bad.
out.
However, the reverse could be.
Good idea, though.
Also gonna point out, you would not like the type of bird that Fizzy would be.
Oh, wait,
I didn't think of that.
Maybe a vulture.
Oh,
like-
No. Connor knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I do.
What is it called? Like a
It
Like
would be
a
very
s-
noticeable and very.
Strix or something?
No.
I know what you're talking about, but no. So, yeah. Jill, if you want, you
I
can have Frog swim over.
We'd have to get you close to the water's edge so that way you could see through his ears and eyes.
What's Frog's gender?
Frog.
Frog.
I have a thought.
Frog.
I have a thought.
Hmm?
If we don't want, maybe we send Frog with Kaz, so that someone's seeing through Kaz, so that Rot is seeing through Kaz's eyes. But
Oh,
I mean,
you can
through
see
Rot's
Kaz's
eyes. No, Rot's eyes. I don't know. There's so much stuff happening. But like Kaz is the one guiding, so that Rot's.
Still able to see.
Yeah.
Okay. I will point out one thing, and this would occur to you all just kind of as an option. If you send Kaz over, Kaz is the stealthiest. They would have the best chance of quietly taking people out. And having one person slip in to take out the numbers can save you a lot of trouble.
Does Patty stick with you once, even if you're separated by the 30 feet,
Yes.
or no?
Yes.
It does. Okay. So you would have that plus 10 no matter what.
But you guys now realize that you have some planning to do, and we will stop there for tonight. As you guys realize, you may have just found the bandits that have stolen the farmer and his wife, and you may have a big problem on your hands. But with all that said, thank you also very much for being here. Thank you to the folks in stream. Thanks to our buddy Cornbread for being present. We really do appreciate you being here, pal. It is very sweet of you. To the folks we have lurking, thank you so very much for being here. We do appreciate it. If you guys really enjoy what we do, pass the word around, tell your friends. It's always cool. It's always cool to see more eyes on the stream, and I love telling stories that folks could enjoy. Thank you to my friends, my players. It's always a blast running these games with you guys and seeing the insane things you do when given the opportunity, such as bloodletting to find out more information. Like a bunch of fucking vultures, just ripping into things.
I also want to point out, once again, the two Connies both just slip off somewhere
And cause trouble?
but also get really substantial results.
Yeah, it's almost like I plan on people doing stupid things like this. So if you guys enjoy what we do, we stream regularly. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. But with all that said, I'm hungry. Other folks are tired. Some of us have headaches. But we'll see you guys next time. Say bye, stream.
Stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.
Bye, stream.